home and get some rest, Terry, and I'll see you in the morning, all right?
All right, don't work too late yourself.
No, I'm gonna kick off my shoes and settle in with the latest government pamphlet on river traffic control. How about that?
Well, sounds racy.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Night.
Night, Ronnie. Enjoy dinner.
You too. Aha, your limo. Oh, I better answer that. Good night, Terry.
Good night.
Hello? Rick, how you doing? Tell me, how's everything at your end, huh?
Trouble, Ryan.
What do you mean, trouble?
Well, I wasn't sure what to do, so I thought I'd better have you tell me how to handle this.
Wait a minute, did something happen to him?
Well, there's no crisis, but there might be one brewing.
Go on.
Elliot Carrington's here. He showed up at the yacht a little while ago.
Carrington's in St. Croix? What, is he there right now?
No, not on the yacht, but he's somewhere on the island.
Rick, look.
Did Carrington see Alex?
Alex? Ryan, what's going on?
Get down, get down. It's wrong. It is all wrong. You're not doing one thing that I ask you to do.
I'm trying.
You're trying. My patience is what you're doing here.
That's not fair.
You know, you have about as much concentration as a 3-year-old. I said that I wanted some clear sounds, and you're giving me nothing.
Well, it's hard for me to concentrate when you're giving me those kind of looks.
Well, then you just might as well forget it. I mean, if I'm throwing you, an audience is going to be a lot. What are you going to, you know, like tell the audience that they got to smile there so that you can sing then? You've got to make them smile. You've got to give them something worth listening to.
I said I was trying. Okay.
You're going to have to try. Elena, what's the matter with you? What, are you someplace else today? Where are you? In Nashville? In L.A.? Are you daydreaming again on me? Now, how many times do I have to tell you that daydreamers get nowhere? Now, when is that going to sink in your head?
Look, I'm just trying to work, and I told you you're making me nervous.
And I told you that the audience is going to be...
You are not my audience. You're my teacher. And you were angry at me before I even started practicing today.
All right, fine. Let's do it again, all right? Let's just start over.
No, Jeb. Oh, look, you have been angry at me ever since I dressed up like Suzanne. Now, I said I was sorry, and I am.
Good. I hope you got the message there. You can't go around copying someone else. It's not good for you. It's not good for your music, because then all you become is an imitation.
I only did it because you loved her.
Yes, I loved her, all right? But she's dead. I'm never going to see her again. I'm never going to have her again. And I don't want some cheap imitation of her.
I am not a cheap imitation.
Then why don't you stop acting like a cheap imitation?
Because I just wanted you to feel that way about me, the way you felt about her. All right, listen. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I've been rough on you, Deb. I've been real rough on you. I'm sorry I made you mad.
It's not you that I'm mad at. I'm mad at myself here.
Why?
It doesn't have anything to do with you. It doesn't even have anything to do with Suzanne.
Well, then what?
I'm tired of conning myself. All these ideas. This whole thing stinks. It's Courtney. I mean, I told myself that I was breaking her marriage up, you know, so that she wouldn't take a wrong turn in life. And I didn't care whether she talked to me again. I wasn't expecting anything. But I care. I care a lot.
Wait a minute, Rick. Look, Terry, sit down. I'll be with you in just a minute. I'll explain to you, all right? Okay, Rick, what about it? Did Carrington see Alex?
No.
Okay, good. Now tell me what happened.
Well, basically, Iris intercepted him. She got him to take her to dinner on the island to get him off the yacht.
What the hell was he doing there?
Well, I'm not sure. Iris said he was trying to talk reconciliation to her.
Look, Suppose you tell me how he ever managed to set foot on the yacht in the first place, huh?
Well, the steward recognized
Never
him.
mind the steward. Where were you, Rick?
I made a mistake.
Everything was going so smoothly here that I let Iris talk us into going for a swim.
Wait. What do you mean, us? You talking about you and Shelley both?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Rick, I just don't see how you did
Yes.
that.
I know. Alex was really mad.
Well, I don't blame him.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happened after she got Carrington out of there, huh?
Well, Shelley and I found him having dinner. We managed to bring Iris back to the yacht safely, and we left Carrington at his hotel.
That's good. At least Iris is safe. That's something.
You know, she's a gutsy lady. She knew exactly how to handle it.
Yeah, but tell me, how'd Carrington act? Was he suspicious? Did he try to pry anything out of her?
Well, I don't think he suspected anything when he got here, but I'm not so sure about that now.
We tried to do it as smoothly as possible, but he couldn't have helped notice how anxious Shelley was to get her back to the yacht.
At least you got her back.
Yeah, well, I don't think he came here to cause her any harm.
Rick, he's an unstable character. There's no telling what he'd do. Remember that now.
Well, there's more.
Iris had to tell him something before she left, so she told him she'd talk to him tomorrow.
She had to say that, huh?
Yeah, well, that's the problem, though. What do you want us to do tomorrow?
Look, Rick, I'm not ready to move yet. There's not enough. I need more time to prove that Carrington did it.
Well, do you have any hope of proving it?
Well, maybe it's all up to Barrett Marshall. His memory's really scattered.
So it might be never.
Well, I don't know. I've got doctors working with him, but, well, it's going to be real slow. We won't be able to prove guilt unless we can prove Carrington had a motive strong enough to make him kill. It has to be proof we can take into court. But it's all locked up in Barrett's mind.
Yeah. So until then?
Well, until then, I don't want Carrington anywhere near Alex or Iris.
Yeah, but it's got to make him suspicious for sure if she doesn't talk to him.
Look, Rick, have Iris write him a note. Now, whatever excuse sounds good to her, then have it
Delivered and weigh anchor, sail home. Make it a leisurely voyage. You got that?
Okay, yeah, I got it.
We'll be safe in the high seas, and meanwhile, the time it takes you to get back to Houston may be all the time we need.
If it's not,
Well, if it's not, we'll have to worry about that later, right?
okay.
Okay, safe voyage, Rick.
Yeah, I'll see you soon, Ryan.
Right.
What is this?
Well, I suppose you guessed everything from what you heard, right?
Ryan, I don't know what I heard. You kept saying Alex.
Terry, Alex isn't dead. He's alive. He's on the yacht with Iris.
He's there. He's in St. Croix.
Mm-hmm. He's on his way home. He's gonna sail home.
So this whole time you've been thinking about Courtney and you're getting mad at me.
I know, it wasn't fair, was it?
So Courtney's... I just don't see why.
That makes two of us. I mean, I really thought I had a chance. A hotshot doctor. I was yelling at you for daydreaming.
I'm glad you finally see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Surprised it took you so long.
Well, I've always been a slow learner, you know. But she really set me straight today.
Today?
Today. I went in for my post-op checkup. Courtney was examining me. She was so cool, so detached, professional.
Well, was everything okay? I mean, with your heart?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had a clean bill of health. She said that I never to come back there again, that is the end of the relationship.
Well, I'm glad.
I mean, that's what I get for being so well, you know, being healthy.
I'm glad you're healthy.
Thank you.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean that I'm glad that you won't have any reason to see Courtney again.
Well, I'm glad that it makes somebody happy.
Well, maybe now you can give me your full attention.
You're right. You're absolutely right, Elena. I mean, we had a deal, didn't we? And I'm yelling at you for not concentrating? Have I been concentrating? No. No, I haven't. Let's get back to it, all right? Come on. You're gonna... What's the matter with you? Let's go.
Jeb, I'm gonna be 18 on Friday.
You know this one?
That means I'm not a kid anymore. Jeb, look at me. I'm a woman. I want you to think of me as a woman.
Well, come on, let's head to the door now. It's been a long day. It's right over this way. It's always good to see you folks in here, but
Really could have used you a couple of days ago, but absolutely swamped with flu cases for the past week. We ran out of vaccine on Wednesday and had to go clear across town to the burn clinic to get more. I'm so glad that you're coming. I've got a room picked up.
Hi.
Hello, Kevin.
Jeb, you looking for me?
As a matter of fact, she was trying to avoid you.
I was not. I brought him in to finish up his post-op work.
Well, it seems you're coming along very well, Jeb. I'm pleased to hear that. I don't suppose you'll be here at the hospital much after this.
No, I won't. I'm going into practice with Bart.
So Bart told me. Good luck.
Thank you.
Jeb.
You all right?
Well, I'm still standing, if that's the way you want to put it.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Or shoot my mouth off all the time.
Come on, let's go. We got a lot of work to do.
So you gave your only patient his walking papers today, huh?
Huh? Oh, Bart, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Hampton. Jeb Hampton, you said you'd closed out his case this morning.
Yes, I did.
Good. Then you can start at the clinic with a clean slate. No extra numbers to add or subtract. That's nice, isn't it? Clean start, fresh beginning.
Yes, it is. It's very nice.
well, I see I got me a new regular here. Hey, have you started practicing yet with this dedicated but skinny young doctor here? I swear, I keep feeding him lots and lots of rich food, but I can't seem to put any flesh on these bones.
It all goes to my head.
How lucky can you get? Yes, Maggie, I was supposed to start this afternoon, but I wound up wasting the entire afternoon looking for an apartment in this area.
What, no vacancies?
So, the big day is almost here, huh? 18. All of a sudden, you're endowed with maturity. You're legal. You can vote. You know? I expect to see lightning in the sky. What day did you say that was? Huh? What day?
I said it was Friday.
Friday. Friday. That's right.
Well, Bart, would you stop making fun of me?
I'm not making fun of you. It's a serious day. I know that. I do. All of a sudden, you can do whatever you want to do. Your life becomes your own. Those daydreams, they become real, right?
Right.
Right. Well, I just don't want you to get your hopes up too much, because when I turned 18, you know, I played the guitar that day the same way as I played the guitar the day before. And the only light that went off was in my bathroom. And I didn't have 79 cents to put a new bulb in.
Well, it's gonna mean more to me than that, Jeb.
Yeah, I know.
Well, for one thing, Max can't have the cops picking me up and hauling me back to the ranch like I'm some little kid who doesn't know how to cross the street by herself.
Well, you'll be lucky if the cops are going to pick you up.
You don't have to talk to me like that.
Oh, Elena, will you knock it off? All I'm saying is that there's a lot of weird people out there in the world, all right?
Well, I'm not looking for one of those weird people out there in the world, Jeb. I mean, I don't want other guys in my life. Just you. I don't believe it.
What's the matter?
Well, nothing. Everything's fine. Well, you never kissed me back before.
Yeah, well, so what?
So what, nothing?
I mean, you're going to be 18. This is the kind of stuff you want to learn, isn't it? And I just want to teach it. don't start nothing unless you can finish it.
Well, I know that. And I wouldn't. Not with you. Oh, Jeb, I have wanted this so much.
Okay, now. Feel better? You know what? I think I'm glad you found out.
Well, then why didn't you tell me in the first place, Ryan? I mean, how could you?
Believe me, it was tough having to, well, working with you and knowing how much you were grieving.
Well, then why?
I did it for Alex. To protect him by making it look like he really was gone, which included having to use everyone's grief as a cover. Now, Terry, look, I had to do it this way until I had the man who shot him in custody. I know it seems cruel. Iris thought it was cruel.
You kept it from Iris?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ryan, I mean,
Look,
she must have...
she's with Alex now. She found out, so I sent them both off on a cruise. Partly to keep Alex out of harm's way, and also to cover the fact that Iris suddenly wasn't grieving anymore.
See.
So you forgive me?
Ryan, there's nothing to forgive. I understand why you did what you did. But, I mean, he's really alive. I just can't believe it. Is he all right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's recovering just fine. He was in a coma for several weeks, but it was pretty touch and go. But he made it through. So he's going to be fine.
Thank God.
You really love him, don't you?
Like my own father. Just like you do.
He's a lucky man. Seems like most men only have 9 to 5 help, right?
And holiday relatives.
Mm-hmm.
Only difference between you and me is I was here, sharing every day with him for 10 years, while you were running around the world doing your government security thing. But Ryan, you were always in his heart.
Well, he was always in my heart. Anyway, I think my experience might pay off. I think it's going to save Alex's life.
Oh, Ryan, I'm sorry. I gave you such a hard time about ignoring
No.
World Oil business. I mean, no, of course you were right. Nothing's more important than Alex's security.
Thanks. I just hope I leave him a company to come back to. My office desk is getting pretty cluttered right now.
Just concentrate on what you've been doing. Leave World Oil to me. I'll keep it running somehow or other.
Yeah, better than me, probably. Thanks, Terry. You know, Alex and I are pretty lucky. You always seem to be right where we need you.
Listen, Chief, it's nice to be needed.
How is he?
Well, his signs are all good. He seems stronger than ever.
Good. I just got hold of Ryan finally.
Orders?
Yeah. He wants Iris to write some kind of an excuse to Elliot, and then he wants us to get out of here. So I'm going to set sail as soon as I talk to Iris and Alex.
Wait, Ricky. Talk to Iris, but I just soon you let Alex rest.
Yeah, but I thought you said he was strong.
Yeah. I just don't want to push him. He was so upset about Iris risking her life that way, and see, one of the reasons his signs are so strong is all that excess of adrenaline he's been pumping. I've just got him calmed down and in bed, Rick. I think we better leave him that way.
Yeah, but I can't weigh anchor without telling him.
Well, Carrington won't come around this evening. Can't you wait and talk to him first thing in the morning?
Well, okay, if you think it's best for Alex. But you take care of him.
I do that for all my patients anyway. But you know, Alex has gotten to be, I don't know, I guess it was that month of fighting for his life against the coma, but he's special. I'll take real good care of him, don't you, Rick?
As if you haven't already. You're kind of special, too, you know that?
So my mother keeps telling me.
She knows what she's talking about. That was a pretty quick move, spilling that drink on Iris to get her back here to the yacht.
Oh, What can I say, Rick? I mean, you know, the government trained me in more than just nursing, you know. I have certain skills.
Skills, huh? Can you cook?
Let's just leave that a mystery. But you know, Ricky, one of these days, I just might surprise you with some of my hidden talents. Good night, Ricky.
Listen, I just want to thank you because I was thoroughly prepared to spend the night on one of the examining tables in the clinic. I'm not kidding. So listen, I just want you to know how much I appreciate this.
Well, you know, Courtney, you're family to me, and I'm real glad to have you here for as long as you can stay. Just think of it as your own home, honey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh. Sweet dreams and sleep tight.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Oh, Courtney, in the bathroom, the faucet that says hot is the cold water, and the one that says cold is the hot water.
Okay, thanks. I'm glad you told me.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night again, honey.
Good night,
No, not yet. I think you got something to talk to me about. What is all this foolishness about you leaving here?
I'm still gonna work here, Maggie. I couldn't leave you or this place.
Honey, is Billy Joe trying to, you know, to threaten you? Because if he is...
No, Maggie. It's nothing like that. He's being real sweet. He really is. In fact, he's picking me up tomorrow, and we're going apartment hunting.
Apartment hunting?
Maggie, he's trying so hard. He's wanting so bad for us to be a family again. I gotta let him try, don't I?
Well, I don't know that you have to. I think now, Nita, is a time to start being practical, to look at the realities.
Please, Maggie.
Now, you
just
heard what
understand.
Courtney said. How much trouble she had looking, how expensive apartments are. You just can't go and rent an apartment these days with just a little bit of money. I just don't think you and Billy Joe can afford one. I mean, Lord knows I can't pay you what I'd like to, and that boy can't even keep a job, you know that.
Oh, but he can. He can keep 2 jobs. You see, I told you he was trying. He got a job moonlighting at this late-night bar down the street. So he's going to work his shift at the Top of the World Club and then a second shift at this other place. Maggie, it's all to keep us together. It's all to make a home for our baby. Maggie, if he's willing to do all that, don't I owe him a chance to prove himself? Well, you know he's had such a hard-luck life.
Yeah, he shared that part of it with you.
Oh, Maggie, I gotta let him try, don't I? You know, he said he'd do anything. Anything in the world just to make us a family.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm afraid of.
Night, Maggie.
Watch closely, old son. I'm gonna be easy on you, but I can't be too easy, you know what I mean? Just pay attention. You sure? Uh-oh. Double again. Sorry about that, old son. Better luck next time.
Howdy, Bernie, old boss. Reporting for duty.
Yeah, well, report a little quicker tomorrow, would you? If I gotta cover the top of your shift, I can't do my own damn job, you know?
Sorry, I'll take a cab from now on.
Yeah, why not? You'll be able to afford it. And while we're at it, let's get something straight. I ain't the boss. I just run this place for the guy who owns it.
You never told me who that guy was. By the way, who is he?
You don't like me giving out his name.
Oh, I get it. Some kind of big shot, huh? Some doctor or politician who don't like admitting where a sheep gets sheared? That's it, huh?
Missed it by a mile, old son.
Hey, come on, Bernie, give me a hint then.
Shoot, I'll just tell you. He's a very important guy from the West Coast.
What makes him so important?
He makes movies, that's what. Hand me that drink back there, will you? In fact, I'll lay odds that you've seen a flick or two that he's made.
Nah, I don't go to movies.
Yeah, but Billy Joe, he makes movies for grown-ups, you know what I mean?
You told me something about that before. What's that got to do with you?
You make movies, you gotta have stars, don't you?
You a movie star?
Me? No! Oh, man, that's funny. No, man, chicks, girls, you know what I mean? There's a big turnover. The glitter from the old stars, it wears off mighty fast. You gotta have new ones all the time. Young and pretty. And stacked. Hungry helps too, but it ain't a requirement. You'd be surprised how many bored housewives end up in this business. You know, for kicks, secret cash, secret love.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with you and me?
We're movie executives. Why do you think why do you think that this place gives free drinks to unescorted ladies? The boss thinks of it as a way of keeping his talent pool stocked.
Oh. It's that easy, huh? Just give them drinks and take their pictures.
Almost. Nah, not really. It takes charm. That's your job. You keep them happy, keep them lapping up the sauce. If they like it here, they bring their friends in. See, the more the merrier.
And what do you do, old buddy?
I'm the guy that offers them their first screen test.
I want to ask you something.
The answer is yes. Yes, yes.
No, it's just what I figured.
Huh?
Sit up. Sit up here.
Okay.
I want you to tell me something, all right? Are you a virgin?
No.
Tell me the truth, Elena.
Okay, yes. But that doesn't matter. Look, with Ricky being a cop and Max acting like he's some sort of church deacon, I practically intimidated every boyfriend I ever had. I mean, it's not like I had too many in the first place.
Elena, I don't want your whole life story. I was just asking, that's all.
Well, Jeff, it wasn't... Well, they were just boys anyway.
And they weren't like you. You're different. I love you.
Elena, don't say that. I mean, just... It's just nothing to just go throwing around.
I do love you. You make me feel... Besides, you stood up to Max for me. I mean, you made him see that I wasn't a baby. And I'm not a baby. I'm a woman.
I stood up to Max because I didn't want to see him chase you out there on the street. I thought he was being a little hard on you. But after I thought about it, he was right. He was just protecting you.
No, Max just likes to order me around. And you, well, I would do anything you say. And I trust you.
You'll do anything I say?
Yes?
Okay, let's get back to the original bargain where I teach you how to sing and be the best.
I don't believe this. I mean, what is the big deal about me not... Well, you know, about not...
I was just asking.
Oh, you were just asking. That's great. Now you're teasing me. Jeb. I need you.
Look, Elena, look, just get out of my way here, will you? I'm starting to get all confused again. Besides, you wouldn't want me that way. It'd be a mistake.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would be.
It's right, Jeb. I know it is.
No, come on, look, we're going to get back to our bargain here. We're going to get back to work or what?
Well, that bargain was only good until I'm 18.
Okay, fine. Till you're 18. But now let's get going, right?
Only if we can sing one of Suzanne's songs. One of the songs you recorded with her.
No.
Does she hold you? Does she take you in her arms? Thrill you with charms? Does she hold you like the way I used to do?
Does she hold you? Does she take you in her arms? Does she thrill you with her charms? Does she hold you? You don't like the way I sing?
Huh? Oh, it's okay, I guess.
Well, who are you? The music critic from the Houston Press or something? I happen to have a trained voice.
Like in a choo-choo train?
I didn't ask for your opinion. Bug off.
Calm down there, no offense. You're a pretty girl. Got a lot of other assets, too. Just ain't gonna be any singing star, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah? I'll bet I'm as good as anybody who's ever gonna play this two-bit hip dump.
No, ma'am. You're wrong there. As a matter of fact, I know a little country girl that can sing rings around you. And the Coop's gonna give her a contract. Yeah.
Oh,
Coop
yeah?
might just sign her up, too.
Who? What's her name?
You never heard of her. But, maybe you will someday. Yeah. I think I might just bring her in here, too. Show you folks what an angel sounds like.
I'd like to meet her. 'Cause I tell her that she's fooling around with someone's man? Does she hold?
Was it something that she said? Was she very good in bed? Does she dance like the way I used to do? I'd like to meet her, just to see her, and I'd ask just what's her plan, and then I'd tell her she's been loving another woman's man. Okay, was I as good as Suzanne or not?
No. You'll get there, though, if you keep at it.
Well, I know I will. Friday is my birthday.
I know. You're gonna be 18, right?
Right.
Right.
So, you gonna help me celebrate? Come on, can we?
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know.
come on. It can be just the two of us, and you can buy me a drink legally. I mean, I'll be legal by Friday.
I don't think you need any more to drink. I think you're high enough here the way you are.
That is because I am high on love. I love you, Jeb. I love you to pieces.
It's getting late.
Oh, come on.
Well, it is. You got school tomorrow, don't you?
Right.
Right. Okay, no more practicing now. That's the end of the night.
But Friday?
Friday, we're gonna celebrate, okay?
Good.
You'll get there, all right. But not like Suzanne. I'm not gonna let you end up like her. I swear, no matter what it takes. Not again.
Ryan wants us to break out of this mess the quickest way we can.
But I
Nothing
think...
fancy. Iris sends Elliot a note. She's been called back to the States. She's got to get back to Houston. I don't know. Maybe a business decision that Ryan wants to discuss with you.
Nothing wrong with that. That ought to watch.
Alex.
Ryan was really shaken when he found out that Elliot had turned up down here. Now, why? Just a little vacation? Craving to see Iris? I don't think so.
Or a suspicion. There's no way any of us can be sure we've touched all the bases and covered all the possibilities while I was in hospital.
Yeah, you know it. Iris figured it out, and Elliot's a trained snoop.
All right, then let's get that note drafted, and then we can...
I have something to say, and I mean to say it.
All right. I'm sorry, Iris. I didn't mean to...
I don't agree with Ryan.
You don't?
No. And for the very reason you've been giving for trying to avoid Elliot. He's much too smart to be put off by some silly excuse.
Iris. Now, it was much too risky for you to go off with him.
I don't think so. Why would Elliot want to hurt me?
Well, if what we say about him is right, Elliot is not balanced. Whatever happened in that prison camp simply unhinged him.
Iris, he could do anything at any time.
If Ryan is right, and there's no proof of that.
Yes.
And until there is, I think it is much wiser to manage Elliot my way. Now, if I just vanish with some flimsy excuse, he'll begin to press all the harder. Now, if his coming to St. Croix wasn't based on suspicion, well, he will certainly become suspicious then.
Even so, that doesn't...
And if he becomes suspicious, well, you can be sure he will be much cleverer than I in reaching conclusions.
Well, that may be, but...
If it may be, then I simply won't allow it. I won't have anything to do with a plan that might lead Elliot to realize Alex is alive.
Sorry, I should have given this to you when we landed.
wonder how long it would take people to find us on this island.
Will we want them to?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's been a long, long journey to get here, hasn't it?
Just across the room.
You know, from the moment I saw you, you were riding at that horse show, right? I saw you and I knew that I wanted you. I wanted you more than anything else in the whole world.
Well, look at you. Way ahead of the early bird. All right, if I use this?
Sure.
Where's Kate?
I guess she's not awake yet.
Huh.
I don't know. I've been getting up very early lately. Just can't seem to sleep.
I'm sorry to hear that. Just Barrett was managing to find his way back. Hate to see you two passing each other. One coming and one going.
I'm not going anywhere, Max. You know that.
Going or wanting to go. Not much difference, is there?
Oh, all the difference in the world.
Yeah, well. So, you say you can't sleep. Must be a pretty heavy burden you're carrying there, girl.
No, I can't sleep. I feel as if I have this kaleidoscope inside my head. Patterns of a past life with Barry and all the loneliness.
With, little bits of Ryan Connor floating around? I guess I don't have to ask whether you told Barry about being engaged to Ryan.
No.
Well, look, Jenny, I'm not the old philosopher, but
Max, please.
Now, Jenny, I want you to hear me out. Look, I really think you're putting too much on this. I mean, Barry was missing for 5 years. I mean, that's longer than you two were married.
It's not time, Max.
Not time, honey. It's past time.
He's still not strong yet. He's still confused.
Oh, you're not so strong yourself, and I know you're confused. I mean, anybody would be after doing 180-degree emotional turns like you did.
All right. Take care of it, okay? We're going back to the doctor to talk about his nightmares and his memory.
Yeah, well,
It has to be this way, Max.
I guess I'm just kind of on edge about it. I think everybody is, because, well, we know what this is doing to you. Jenny, what I'm trying to say is that we all love Barry. I mean, we lived our whole life with him. We love you, too. Well, anyway, I got myself an engagement I'm ready to tell the whole world about.
Oh, no, not you.
Yeah, Rena and me, that's right.
Max, oh, Max, I'm so excited. I want you two to be the happiest people in the whole world.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you got your wish.
I'm glad. I'm glad you found the right one.
Oh, I'll get that, honey.
Honey! Well, hello! What are you doing around here this hour?
Well, I had to catch you two before you went your separate ways.
Huh?
Oh, good morning, Rena. How about a cup of coffee? I'd love it, but first, the news of the century.
Uh-oh.
No, it's good. It's better than good. It's great. Max and I are engaged.
Oh, honey! Oh, you are right. That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
What made you decide? Oh, Max did the deciding. Said either I marry him or he was going to throw me in the creek out by the hunting cabin. Well, this time of year it gets cold, so I just had to say yes.
You are right. Now, I don't want you messing around with my fishing.
Oh, more concerned about your silly old fish than me. I like that.
Oh.
What's wrong, Vicky? No congratulations? Don't you want to see me happy?
Oh, what's going on here now? I thought you two were well past all that kind of thing.
Well, look at her. Does she look happy? I knew this was going to happen, Daddy. Max wanted to come with me to tell you all, but I talked him out of it because I thought that...
Now, hush, girl. Of course your mama's happy for you. Vicky, will you tell this girl that you are happy for her? She's getting so downright paranoid.
I think Max Decker is a fine man, and he'll make a wonderful husband and father, I'm sure of it.
There, now, that's that. I think you owe your mother an apology for jumping on her like that. Oh, well, now, listen. You bring Max into town because we gotta have ourselves a celebration.
You're running a little late, Counselor.
Hmm?
Don't you have an appointment downtown?
But, I got 3 appointments, and one of them is out in Bel Air. But now, listen, you bring him in here. You understand?
No.
I want to congratulate him myself.
Come on,
Goodbye, honey.
Stryker.
Oh,
Come on.
what a day this
Rena
is.
and I have a wedding to plan.
Aha. Well, what a day.
I'll see you tonight.
Yes. Bye-bye.
I heard what you said, Mother, and how you said it. And you didn't say that you thought Max would make a wonderful husband for me.
Oh, Rena, stop that. You're just misreading what I said.
No, I'm really not. You really are opposed to our marriage, aren't you?
Ricky, would you mind excusing us for a moment? I think we need to talk this through.
Sure, Alex. I'll be out in the fantail if you need me.
All right. Iris, you know how much I love you.
Of course.
And because of that, I've tried to be indulgent. I've tried to grant you every wish you had. But you know nothing of security. And I cannot, and I will not, let you second-guess Ryan.
Alex, I am certainly not asking for any sort of indulgence, but I know Elliot Carrington better than anyone knows him.
But
His imprisonment may have affected his mental balance, but I am very sure it hasn't dulled his cunning at all.
I suspect you might be right.
If Elliot shot you, he managed to do it without anyone but you and Ryan having the slightest suspicion. He set up Justin. Billy Joe Wright was right there to take the blame when the case against Justin collapsed.
Sweetheart, if you're trying to convince me that Elliot is a dangerous man, you don't have to bother. But if this is a pitch for you to play decoy again, that's not going to happen.
You seem to have forgotten something.
Oh?
Darling, I've loved you as deeply and as desperately as you ever loved me. And only a few weeks ago, I thought I'd lost you forever, to death.
I know, darling, but that has nothing to do with what...
I've been indulgent with you, too, you know. Alex, I truly don't want to disillusion you so soon after our marriage. But I told you years ago in Saint-Tropez that I'm not a doll. I'm not made of porcelain, and I won't give way to you simply because you're a man.
Iris, I never expected that of you, but this is
serious business. Exactly. And that's why I mean to have my way in it. Now just hold on to your temper, Alex, and listen to me. I know Elliot, and I know exactly what he'll do if I send him a note with some idiotic excuse. One way or another, he will find out, well, how much food has been delivered here, or how many people have been seen on deck. And if he should trip over the truth, or more likely just walk right into the middle of it the way I did, well, then what?
We'll handle it.
Handle it? Good Lord, Alex. If you and Ryan are right, Elliot shot you at the top of the World Club with all of your security people and Ricky and Ryan. None of it. had any effect on him. And today, right now, can you have him arrested? Is there even the slightest bit of evidence that ties him to the shooting?
No, I can't have him arrested. There's no evidence. We haven't found any yet.
Well, then I think Elliot deserves a great deal of respect. And that's why I will not leave this island without giving him all the assurance he needs to turn his attention elsewhere.
Iris, I am not a
I know you're not, darling, but you will adjust. And don't try anything like that Shanghaiing again. Because this time, I will jump off and swim to shore or anything else I have to do to turn Elliot Carrington's attention away from you. Oh, Alex, don't be angry with me.
No, I'm not angry, I guess. I always knew there was a lot of grit under all that softness and beauty. Look, I'd like to go on arguing, but, oh, I love you for your strength. All right, my lovely bride and partner, let's call off the war and figure out just what we are going to do.
Rena, dear, you know I want you to be happy, but what?
Well, if you wanted my advice, you would have asked for it. I'm not exactly accustomed to asking you for your advice. But I did go by KVIK. I did want to talk to you about it, but Mickey said you weren't in.
Oh, honey, I don't know if I was in or not, but if you need me, you tell Mickey it's important. She should always know where to reach me. And I always want to be available to you. You have to know that.
Yeah, well, she said you were in the newsroom. So instead of finding you there, I found Justin and Sam. Oh, so mad. Sam made me so angry that I just left.
Why would Sam make you so angry? You never paid her any mind before. Rena. Is it because of her involvement with Justin?
What involvement? I don't know what you're talking about. Sam is just a workaholic as far as I'm concerned. And Justin, well, you know how he is. He couldn't get involved with anyone. He doesn't care about anyone.
Rena, dear, you came here to tell us about your engagement today. And yet you're more emotional about Sam and Justin.
I'm trying to tell you why I couldn't find you at KVIK.
Rena.
You're the one who brought up Sam and Justin.
No, I didn't. I wish I had. Are you rushing into this marriage with Max Decker because you're upset with Justin? Because he's gotten himself involved with Sam?
Oh, well, it is a surprise. I won't say it's a shock.
Almost the eighth wonder of the world, isn't it?
Well, I won't say it's the biggest surprise I've ever had. But it's got to stand with one of the top three. Oh, Max, I gotta say this. I love you both. You and Rena. You know, you've got all the blessings that I had to give.
Well, then I think we got it made. Yeah, I guess you thought it was going to be Justin and Rena getting married, huh?
Oh, Lord, I'm glad not. Well, those two are dead wrong for each other. That'd be pure destruction. The two of them need somebody to steady them down, not rile them up. Don't you talk about that combination to me.
I reckon we'll do better, huh?
Well, it'll be something to see.
Won't it, though?
Yeah.
Won't it? Won't it, though?
All Rena's fire and beauty alongside a solid chunk of Texas granite.
Oh, come on, okay? Ease off now. I'm not as hard-nosed as all that, am I?
Oh, now, Max. You know, you're what you've always been. Decent and strong. You know, you're what this country's all about.
You make me feel like a national monument. I don't sound like much fun.
Well, now, I wouldn't say that. We've had some mighty good times together, haven't we?
Hey, we though. I sure hope there's a lot more to come, too.
Oh, sure, boy.
You old hound dog.
What? What, did I do something?
You did yourself proud, the way I hear it.
Oh, you heard?
Jenny told me. Hell, Max, you got yourself the second best looking woman in South Texas.
Oh, now, Barry.
Ah, that's all right. I ain't gonna argue with Barrett about the difference between you and Rena.
Well, you Lord, you just make me feel like a grandfather. Seems like yesterday you and Rena were just kids.
Well, you know, kids got a way of growing up.
I know. I give you the best I have to give, old buddy. I hope Rena's as good, as true as this gal of mine. That she makes you just as happy.
Oh, Barrett. Hey. Well, you know, Rena's got a long way to go before she measures up to Jenny, but, well, I think she's got the right stuff.
Max, don't say that. Rena's her own woman, got her own style. I just want you two to love each other more than anything on earth, and then you'll be happy.
Mother, it's not like that. I'm not marrying Max just to spite Justin. How could you even think that?
Because I'm listening to you. It matters to me what you do and what happens to you more than you can ever know.
I know that. And I believe that, Mother. Honey, it's over between Justin and me. What's the use? All we managed to put together was one big, long, miserable fight. Oh, Vicky, you know how he is. He doesn't compare to Max. He doesn't come near to being the decent, honest human being that Max is. Max is, he's good, he's loving, and he's never let me down.
No. And I don't think he ever would.
Well, I need that. I need that so bad after Kevin.
Oh, I know you do, honey. I understand. I really, really do. Mom. You want someone to tie on to, someone strong and decent.
Someone like Stryker.
Like Stryker. No, you want that now. But what about later? What about when you've forgotten the pain that Kevin's caused you by betraying you with Courtney Marshall? What then, huh? Feelings pass, you know that.
Not the right kind of feelings.
I never wanted to talk about this again. But I think I have to. Now.
What?
Oh, we've come so far, you and I.
I don't understand. Mother, what are you trying to say to me?
Now that all the bad days are past.
Yes?
Do you suppose that I meant to betray Stryker? Do you?
No. No, I don't think that. Not now.
Well, then, please listen to me. I loved your father as much as any woman could ever love a man. But things happened.
those things won't happen to me.
And when the pain that Kevin's caused you passes and you feel more secure again, I mean, what then? And Rena, these feelings that you still have for Justin, aren't you inviting heartbreak?
No.
I married the best man in the world, and you know I did. But I met another man.
Mother, that's not gonna happen to me because I won't let it. I'm gonna keep my vows to Max. And nothing's gonna make me break them.
Rena, dear, I know you think you're stronger and better than me, but please, please think this through before you put yourself in the shoes that I've worn. You can't imagine the pain.
Listen, I've gotta go now. I gotta tell Max that Stryker wants to celebrate our engagement.
All right, honey. I'll see you tonight.
Max, I'm worried about Ginny. You know, she looks like the death head on a bottle of poison.
Yeah. She told me she wasn't sleeping too well.
It's hard for me to watch what she's doing to herself.
I know. Well, she's just concerned about Barry.
I know she is, and I respect her for that. But she's a human being, too, isn't she? I know she thinks she's doing what's best, but she's wrong. That poor girl's condemned herself to live with a lie. And it's too hard for her.
No, Kay, it ain't like that at all. No, she ain't lying. It's just that she can't bring herself to tell Barry everything that went on while he was away. Can't you look at it like that?
I don't think I can. What I think is that every time she says she loves Barrett and that she wants to rebuild her life with him, she's lying to herself.
Shelley, you sure you won't mind coming with me?
Oh, no, of course not. Isn't that what a nurse is for? Besides, I think my being there will add a certain authenticity.
Then I know I'll be able to convince Elliot that I have a good reason to leave St. Croix.
I don't like it.
What's the matter?
Ryan wanted us to leave a note and sail out of here. Now, maybe he's got reasons that we don't even know about.
He'd have passed them on. He wouldn't expect Alex to simply act in a vacuum, and I'm not going to. Ricky, who has the ultimate stakes in all this?
Well, I reckon you and Alex do.
That's right. And that's why I'm going. Now, I won't take any chances. Nothing that might alert Elliot to the fact that something odd is going on here.
I can appreciate that, but still
The question isn't whether I'm going or not. That's settled. I won't see Alex put at risk for any reason. Now, let's put our minds to how we're going to manage this and what I'm going to say to him.
And just how do you expect to sell Carrington this lie?
I know him very well. We were married a long time. I had a lot of practice lying to him. Seems like a lifetime. I think I can do it just once more.
If I thought there was any real danger, I wouldn't let her go, Ricky. At least I'd give it a try, not letting her go. But if she's going to be with Shelley in a public place, I don't think it's a problem. And when you add all this up, I think our best move is to keep Carrington as unconcerned for as long as possible.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Assuming that you are the accomplished liar that you claim to be.
Not to you, darling. I'd never lie to you.
Oh, no, just coffee, please. And hurry up, please. I have an appointment. I mustn't arrive too early. No. Iris always wakes up in a contentious mood. Let her have her coffee. Give her a turn or two around the deck, a little warm breeze and sunshine. Then, patience. If you learned nothing else in Asia, you learned that. Didn't you? Yes, that. I did learn that. I haven't forgotten. How could I, ever?
Barrett, nice to see you.
Good to see you, Doctor. Oh, much like yesterday, 1 foot in Texas.
Okay.
Hello, Kevin. Hi, Bart.
Good morning, Jenny. Good morning. Ryan hasn't gotten here yet, but it takes the drug a little while to take effect, so if you're ready, Barrett, we can administer it now, then you'll be ready to answer his questions.
What kind of drug is this?
Sodium pentothal. It's what some people call a truth serum, but...
The truth, the whole truth.
Well, I wouldn't make any exaggerated claims for it.
It just lowers your mental resistance, makes it easier to reach thoughts and memories that the consciousness may have repressed.
The consciousness has the best of reasons. What I can remember is unspeakable. What lies beyond that?
Barrett, will you think about this a little longer?
Honey, we've been through it all.
If the consciousness, Bart, is pressing all these memories out of sight, isn't that mean that it's too awful to face?
Well, there are psychiatrists who'd agree with you, but
Can it be dangerous? I mean, emotionally.
I don't think so. For one thing, Barrett won't remember what he said when he was under. And if it comes to that, we can censor his memories.
Forget that. You haven't been where I've been. There's nothing in here, nothing locked away that I can't handle.
Barrett.
Come on, Bart. Let's get this show on the road.
Who's still there? Oh, Uncle Max get a good whack at you. Tee up on that one. There you go. Ooh, very nice.
Guess who, big boy?
Oh, Sheila. I could have sworn it was Sheila.
Yeah, who's Sheila,
Well,
huh?
oh, you see, there's this truck stop on Route 78 heading out towards Austin. Well, there's this little old girl there. Oh, she's just so fine. You cannot believe this girl. Anyway, I was over there, and, well, she got the nicest you can...
Oh,
you... Oh,
It's me,
Yeah,
you know, your
yeah.
fiancé. You thinking about a waitress at a truck
no,
stop?
honey, easy now. No, it's not that. It's just the way you grab me, you see. The last time I was down that way, well, she just gave me the longest, hungriest look. I just figured that she would have found out where I live by now and just kind of walked over here and gotten hold of me. Yeah.
Walked,
Yeah.
huh? How far would that have been, darling?
No, 20, 30 miles. Yeah. Hey, what? What?
You think that a woman would walk halfway across Texas just to see you, huh?
Yeah, sure. The right woman, I'd be worth it.
I'm engaged to a certified beast.
I love when you talk like that. Hey, you know, that's all right. Yeah, it's just as good.
Just as good as what?
Of course, I'm just guessing now, you understand.
What?
It's just as good as Sheila. Wait, no, wait, wait, what?
You're an animal.
Easy. Wait, I didn't want to start this up with you. No, look now, calm down. There's nothing between me and that little old girl that just can't be put aside. Well, fact is that she's got kind of on the skinny side, you know, and I never did take much stock in skinny women. I like something I can get a hold of. As my granddaddy used to call it, a full-bodied woman. Yes, in fact, old granddaddy there was kind of partial to Lillian Russell. But he said they don't make them like that anymore.
Oh.
And then again, if he'd ever seen you. Oh, you know, we seem to end up in this position without even trying.
It's only natural, honey.
Yeah. Sure feels that way to me.
Max?
Yeah.
Honey?
What?
Listen.
I'm listening.
Honey.
What?
Is it always going to be this way?
Well, I've been called a lot of things. Beast, animal. But no one's ever accused me of toying with someone else's heart. Yeah. I like where I am. I like who I'm with. As far as I'm concerned, it's always going to be this way.
I know it's silly, I know, but I still like to hear it. Oh, honey, I'm so tired of passing fancies. You know, of thinking that you want one thing and then once you get it, you don't want it anymore.
Well, I'm not a thing, so you can't trade me in for a new model.
You silly man. Don't you know that there aren't any new models? They threw away the mold when they made you. That's what Stryker says.
Well, who might argue with the smartest lawyer in Texas, huh?
Oh, you know what?
What? You talk so much.
I went by, wait a minute. I went by this morning, and I told Vicky and Stryker.
You did? How'd it take it? A lot of crying and gnashing of teeth and cursing, huh?
No. A lot of smiling and congratulating and an invitation to come out to celebrate tonight.
Oh, that's nice. I never met finer people. You're a real lucky girl, you know that?
I know that. I know that. Oh! Max? Can we, honey?
What?
Can we give him a date?
Sure. When?
Next week?
Next week. Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Oh, come on.
No, honey, look, we just got to keep things in the proper perspective there, you see?
Well, of course,
But then,
I know
it's like,
that...
you see, the white bass is starting to run, and I promised Stryker that I'd take a little time off, and then we could
You
What?
Hey! Lizard.
Now, wait a minute, honey.
You know, the only reason you're interested in marrying me so that you can have Stryker as a
Well,
father.
hey, wait, next week's fine. Next week.
What?
Next week's fine. You and me, get married next week. Ah!
Oh, you make me so happy. Oh, honey.
Yeah?
I want us to be close together. Now, really close soon. Before anything happens.
Oh, what in the world could happen, huh?
Just hold me. Hold me, man. Never let me go. Oh.
Elliot, how lucky.
Oh, Iris, I was coming to see you.
You remember Shelley Lee?
Yes, of course. How did the dress fare? Were you able to rescue it from the spilled drink?
Oh, yes, but it doesn't matter. Not compared to the news I received from Houston.
From Houston?
Yes, I have to go back right away.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Dennis.
Oh, no. But, possibly something wrong with me.
With you?
Kevin called this morning. You know, he gave me a lot of tests right before I left.
Yes.
I'd been feeling faint, losing my balance. One of the tests was very slow in yielding results, but when it did yesterday, I'm afraid it alarmed Kevin. Anyway, he wants me back for more extensive tests right away.
Well, what does he suppose might be wrong?
Elliot, I asked him. I begged him to tell me what it was, but he wouldn't. He said the tests are wrong sometimes and that it might be nothing at all.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since you were in the hospital. What kind of test results take that long?
I can't imagine.
Didn't he say it was a cell culture, Iris?
Yes, I think you're right.
Cell culture? Well, that sounds serious, Iris.
Well, then that settles it. We'll sail back today.
No.
What?
Well, that's no good. You'll be days sailing back to Houston. This is no time for a pleasure cruise. Time can be crucial. Well, you're going to fly back this afternoon, and I'll fly with you.
Kevin called this morning. You know, he gave me all sorts of tests right before I left.
Yes.
I'd been feeling faint, losing my balance. One of the tests was very slow in yielding results, but when it did yesterday, I'm afraid it alarmed Kevin. Anyway, he wants me back for more extensive tests right away.
What does he suppose might be wrong?
Elliot, I asked him. I begged him to tell me what it was. But he wouldn't. He said the test could be wrong sometimes and that it might be nothing at all.
But it's been 2 weeks since you were in the hospital. What kind of test results take that long?
I can't imagine.
Didn't he say it was a cell culture, Iris?
Yes, I think you're right.
Cell culture? That sounds serious, Iris.
Well, that settles it. We'll sail back today.
No.
What?
Well, that's no good. You'll be days sailing back to Houston. This is no time for a pleasure cruise. Time can be crucial. So you're going to fly back this afternoon, and I'll fly with you.
Oh, no, Elliot. That's not necessary.
Well, didn't Kevin say return immediately?
Yes, but I hardly think a few days will matter.
I think every minute counts.
Surely Kevin would have told me if there were that kind of urgency.
Well, let's just make certain, shall we? We'll call him and find out. Yeah, is there a telephone we could use nearby?
For local call, sir?
And no international?
I'll bring one to your table, sir.
Thank you.
Elliot, I appreciate your concern, but you're making too much fuss over this.
Dear Iris, you know how important you are to me. I will not have you slighting your health, do you understand? I mean to be at your side whenever you need me, from now on.
Ricky, you're wearing a hole in the carpet.
I'm sorry. Look, I guess nothing's gonna happen to him in broad daylight, but I'd still feel better if Shelley and Mrs. Wheeler were back. I don't like this, Alex. They've been gone so long.
Well, if they're going to be convincing, we can't expect them to be back too soon. They just left to meet Carrington.
Yeah, to meet the guy who probably tried to kill you.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that. Unless we can convince Carrington that Iris is alone and I'm dead, we might try it again.
Yeah, well, I almost wish he would. Believe me, I'd be ready for him this time. You know, he fooled us once before. Now we know he's a traitor and probably a murderer.
Knowing and proving it is another thing. The courts and the police need proof.
We don't have any.
Not yet. Not just yet.
How's he doing, Bart?
Why don't you ask me that yourself? So far, I don't feel much of anything.
Keep talking, Barry.
Who is it?
It's Ryan. Sorry, I'm late.
It's all right.
How's he doing?
We've administered the pentothal. We're waiting for it to take effect.
State your full name, please.
Barrett Marshall.
Do you know what date it is?
January 16th, 1981.
Good. Can you tell us where you are right now?
Houston, Texas. Gulf Coast Hospital.
He's ready.
Look, ask him about the prison camp.
Barrett, a year ago you were in a prison camp in Cambodia.
Yes.
you tell us the names of some of the other men who were in the camp with you?
Other prisoners? Nguyen Dan Huang, Tran Dien Hua, Van Min.
Ask him about Carrington.
Was there another American in the camp, a foreign correspondent?
There was. But
Barrett, we're trying to help you. What was the name of the American correspondent who was in the camp with you?
Carrington. Elliot Carrington.
Why are you crying, Barrett? Why does that upset you?
I don't know. Jenny?
I'm here, darling. I'm right here. I'm here.
Hello? Yes, this is Dr. Cook. She's calling from St. Croix. Fine, put her through.
Oh, no, stop. Oh, stop. No, stop. No, stop. No, I promise. We'll set a wedding date any day you want. Any day you want next week.
Even next week.
Even next week. Even next week. Even if the white bass are running. Oh, but I don't know if that's going to sit too well with your daddy.
Want to bet?
Yeah, I want to bet. I'm going to check on that if I was you. Might not want to change those fishing plans, you know. You can get married any old time. But those white bass run strong just once a year.
Well, don't you worry about that, darling. Daddy'll pass it up because there's nothing he likes better than a big celebration. You know, our getting married is what you call an occasion. Daddy'll probably want to give us a big celebration. You know what that means? Barbecuing half the steers in South Texas. Hey, honey. Listen, you're not gonna mind, are you? I mean, I know you're not the world's biggest party boy.
What? Me, mind? Where do you get that idea? I'm not one of the big-time hell-raisers. I'm going to enjoy that party.
Not as much as Stryker. My daddy just loves doing things for me.
And now, Rena, listen to me now. Now, I'll go along with your daddy throwing this big reception for you and everything, because I think it's a parent's right to give their daughter whatever kind of send-off they can afford. But now, I want you to get this straight now. After the wedding, you're going to be living on Max Decker's money, you hear?
You're a doll, honey, you know that.
Look, wait.
This one is going to be done right.
You do everything right, don't you? Look, speaking of celebrations, Maggie invited us by her place tonight. She's going to throw a surprise birthday party for Elena.
Fine?
Yeah?
That's fine. Hey, as a matter of fact, why don't we have Stryker and Vicky meet us there? I mean, after all, we're going to be one happy family, right?
One big happy family.
Oh, honey. Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
No, not yet. I think you got something to talk to me about. What is all this foolishness about you leaving here?
Still gonna work here, Maggie. leave you or this place.
Honey, is Billy Joe trying to, to threaten you? Because if
Oh,
he is...
no, Maggie. It's nothing like that. He's being real sweet. He really is. In fact, he's picking me up tomorrow, and we're going apartment hunting.
Apartment hunting?
Maggie, he's trying so hard. He's wanting so bad for us to be a family again. I gotta let him try, don't I?
Well, I don't know that you have to. I think now, Nita, is a time to start being practical, to look at the realities.
Please, Maggie.
Now, you
just
heard what
understand.
Courtney said. How much trouble she had looking, how expensive apartments are. You just can't go and rent an apartment these days with just a little bit of money. I just don't think you and Billy Joe can afford one. I mean, Lord knows I can't pay you what I'd like to, and that boy can't even keep a job, you know that.
Oh, but he can. He can keep 2 jobs. You see, I told you he was trying. He got a job moonlighting at this late-night bar down the street. So he's going to work his shift at the Top of the World Club and then a second shift at this other place. Maggie, it's all to keep us together. It's all to make a home for our baby. Maggie, if he's willing to do all that, don't I owe him a chance to prove himself? Well, you know he's had such a hard luck life.
Yeah, I shared that part of it with you.
Oh, Maggie, I gotta let him try, don't I? You know, he said he'd do anything. Anything in the world just to make us a family.
Yeah, I know.
This is Kevin. Hold on a moment, will you, please? Ryan, it's Iris calling from St. Croix. Do you think you ought to talk to her?
We need you here.
Look, see what she wants, Kevin.
Yes, Iris, what is it?
Kevin, I hope I haven't disturbed you.
No, not at all. What's the matter? Are you all right?
Well, yes,
Actually, I'm feeling fine, which is why I plan to sail back for those tests you advised, but Elliot came to see me in St. Croix.
Elliot is there?
Yes, that's just what I said, but then he's always been a dear and thoughtful friend.
Is he with you now? Is that why you're talking in riddles?
Yes, he's
Right beside me. He won't let me out of his sight. When I told him I planned to sail back for those tests, he insisted I call to see if it's urgent. He thinks I should fly back. Should I?
Well, I see. You told him I need you back here for tests. Is that it? Oh, hang on just a moment, please. Brian. I think Iris is trying to get a message through to us. Elliot is aboard the yacht in St. Croix. She told Elliot that I needed her back here to do some tests. She wants to know how urgent she should get back. Should she fly back or sail?
Give it to me, huh? Iris.
This is Ryan. I know Carrington's with you. Where are you now?
It's good to hear your voice. Oh, I'm fine. I'm still in St. Croix, having lunch with Elliot and my friend Shelley at a lovely hotel restaurant. I plan to sail back for those silly tests Kevin wants, but Elliot insisted I call.
I understand. Look, here's what I want you to do. Go to the airport. I'm going to fly down in the company jet. I'll meet you there, and I'll fly you back to Houston. I think that will be the best thing to do under the circumstances, don't you?
Yes, that's so thoughtful of you, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll see you soon then. Bye-bye. Really, men are such worriers.
Well, someone's got to do it. What did Kevin say?
He agrees with you. He insisted I fly back immediately.
There, you see. All right, we'll go out to the airport.
No. Now, Elliot, don't concern yourself any further. I can take a cab to the airport. Since you and Shelley are here already, well, maybe you can entertain one another.
Oh, now that's not a bad idea, you know.
Well, at any other time, I might agree with you, ladies, but right now...
He does worry, doesn't he?
Iris, how can I let you do that? You have no way of knowing when the next flight is. You could be waiting at the plane for hours.
No, it's all right. Ryan was there. He insisted on coming to get me in the company jet. Really, I would feel much better if you and Shelley stayed on and just enjoyed yourselves.
Well, my apologies to your lovely friend, Iris, but since my main reason in coming to St. Croix was to be with you, I think I'll return to Houston with you if you don't think Ryan would mind.
No, I don't think you will.
How convenient. But
Ryan should have been in Dr. Cook's office. You any idea what might have brought him there?
No, I have no idea at all.
That business about returning to Houston for tests was obviously the cover story she was using to get away from Elliot.
So we can't underestimate Elliot. He's pretty damn bright.
Yeah, and dangerous. Well, he obviously wasn't going to let her get away so easily. I got to get her out of there. Look, if I leave now, I think I'd get there by night.
Ryan, hold it. Wait a minute. What about this? What about Barrett?
Bart, look. Can we put this off for later?
Probably. But we really got to find out if his amnesia is organic or caused by some repressed inner conflict. How about a few more questions? Then we'll be able to know if there's anything to be gained by another session or not.
What do you mean we don't have any proof about Carrington yet?
Something you said a while ago finally sank in.
Something I said?
Being in a coma kept me from seeing the answer sooner.
What answer? What did I say?
You said if he tries it again, we'll be ready for it.
So?
So, if Ryan doesn't get proof from Barrett, then we might just do exactly that.
What?
Encourage Mr. Carrington to try again.
Here we are, folks. This is our standard one-bedroom Aquarius apartment.
Yeah, I've seen it all before. A friend of mine, Clipper Curtis, he used to live here. Has to come over and swim in the pool plenty of times.
Use of all the complex facilities is included with basic rent.
Oh, yeah? Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, it's real nice, but Billy Joe, can we...
Me and my wife, we need to have us a little conversation alone. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. I'll be in my office.
What's the matter with you, Nita, huh? This is the nicest place we got this side of town.
Yeah, it is also the most expensive place in town.
Hell, we can afford the rent.
How about furniture? I mean, we don't have one stick of furniture to our name.
That's no problem, honey. I mean, we can get all the stuff we need. All we gotta do is put down a down payment. You never heard of that? Well, sure, honey. We can get us a bed, you know, and a sofa and then little end tables, you know? And we can even get the dining room set. Anything you want, a dining room set. We'll put it right here and the chairs over there. And, honey, I mean it. Anything you want. You just pick out whatever you want and I'll get it for you, huh?
Yeah, on time, right?
Well, sure, that's how everybody does it.
And what does everybody's wife do when their husband goes back to Huntsville? Oh, it could happen, Billy Joe, and I'd be stuck with this fancy place and the baby and all those bills.
Nita, I told you before, I ain't never going back there.
Well, they haven't dropped the charges yet.
Well, they're going to, because I never did nothing.
You still might stand trial.
Well, so what?
So you wouldn't be working. And I cannot support this place on just what I make. No. No, I'm sorry. It's too expensive.
Oh. The trailer was too cheap and this your place is too expensive. Well, there's just no satisfying you, Nita. I mean, there ain't no way to ever please you.
Honey, I'm sorry.
So I'm just going to have to please myself. Now, you listen good. I want this here for you. This here place. I want it for you, I want it for me and our baby. And I ain't going to settle for nothing less. Now, I hope you got that straight, Mr. Bright.
Max,
Yep.
what could I give Elena for her birthday?
Oh, you don't have to get her anything.
But I want to. Hey, don't you want us to be friends?
You two get along just fine. You're too much alike not to.
Are we?
You can't see it, huh? Well, I can. Only difference between you and her is she never had a rich daddy to spoil her.
Oh, every little girl needs a little spoiling once in a while.
Yeah?
Come on now, tell me, what does she like?
Oh, she's got everything. She got, what, food, warm clothes, bed to sleep on. That's Kate's car and might pick up anytime she needs it. Anything that girl needs, she's already got.
Honey, I'm not talking about what she needs. I'm talking about what you want. You're different.
Not to me, it ain't.
Well, I bet they are to Elena. You see, she is a pretty, young, ambitious girl. Not an old stick-in-the-mud like you.
You call me an old stick in the mud? You come here, girl. You call me an old stick in the mud, huh?
Oh!
My old stick in the mud?
No, I take it back. I take it back. But you ain't Elena.
Yeah, well, that's a relief. Hey, look, you want to know where to get to Lena for her birthday? The best bet would be to ask Jeff.
Good idea. Goodbye, fuddy-duddy.
Hey, come here, you.
You won't settle for less? Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Billy Joe Wright. You better learn how to settle for something a little more reasonable, because every time you don't, your wild ideas just get you in trouble again, and they get me in trouble, too.
No, I'm not going to take any less. Nobody else in Houston does. Now, why should I, huh? Everybody else is making big bucks, and I will too, honey. Honey, I mean it. You take my word for it. I mean, we're going to have this place busting at the seams with fancy furniture, and we're going to own it, too. None of this down payment stuff, neither. Come here, honey. I want to show you something. Look at this. Go ahead. What do you see?
Well, I see an empty bedroom.
Woman, you got no imagination. Now, try this on for a second. You know how much you admire them beds with the fancy curtains all around them?
Canopy beds.
Well, yeah. Honey, I'm gonna get you one of those. A big one, you know, and a maid, and you ain't gonna have nothing to do all day except lay around that big old bed and think about me, huh?
Worry about you. Worry about all the trouble you're gonna get into.
Hey, now how am I gonna do that? You know I'm gonna be spending my evenings at the chicken coop. So when am I gonna have time to get into trouble, huh?
Well, you will find time.
I won't. You will. Maybe I'm telling you, as soon as I get clear of this crazy shooting business that Curtis got me mixed up in, I'm never gonna let nobody ever talk me into trouble again, you know? Now that's a promise.
I hope so, Billy Joe. I hope so.
I swear it, sugar. I do.
Oh. Oh, baby.
Hey, Nita? Why don't, you and me, try out that big fancy canopy bed right here now, huh?
There ain't no canopy bed here.
There ain't?
No, there ain't.
I'll tell you what. You watch, I'm gonna work a little magic for you. Where's now? It's been a long time. So much.
How about that
Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. He's gone for years.
Look, try again to get him to talk about Carrington, how he was in the prison camp.
Can you tell us what Carrington was like in the camp? Was he a good prisoner?
Model prisoner.
The guards trusted him?
Yes.
And the other prisoners, did they trust him too?
Gwen, he told me. But
Gwen, that's a name. Try again.
What are you trying to say? What did he tell you?
he didn't trust Carrington.
Did you? Did you trust him?
I never should have.
Why not? Why shouldn't you have trusted Carrington Barrett?
We planned the escape together.
Why are you crying, Barrett?
I don't know.
All right. Tell us about the escape. Was it at night?
At night, yes. Dark.
And then what?
Lights. Guards came and shots. Died. All my friends died. All died.
Carrington survived. Ask him how.
I don't think he can, Ryan. Carrington Barrett. How did he survive?
Someone betrayed us.
Who?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Ryan, please stop. Just see what you're doing.
What do you think, Bart?
I think it's too traumatic for him to recall anymore. But it's not the head wound, we know that. The cortex didn't shut down. Whatever happened to him out there is still available on some level. It's all there. Maybe with time, an analyst could get to it.
Stop it, Ryan. Look at him.
All right, stop it.
He's drifting under anyway. We'll let him sleep for a while. That's it, Barrett. You can rest now.
Thank you, Bart. See you later, Jenny. Look, Kevin, let's go outside. I want to talk over Iris' situation.
I'll be right back, Bart.
Fine. It's all right, Barrett. It's over.
Been through so much, and then to have to go through this again now,
It's all right. He won't remember any of this, and we'll all help him through it.
I know you will.
And what's the problem?
I need your help too, Bart.
Sure, what is it?
Can I be sure that everything I say to you will be confidential?
Of course you can. Go ahead.
No, not here. Not now. I'd like to come to your office tomorrow. I desperately need your medical advice.
And that's what Ryan was. He's coming to get me himself in the company jet.
But if Elliot insists on going with you...
Oh, what can happen? Ryan will be with me. Now, please, don't worry. Look, I have to get packed and meet Elliot, or he might come here to see what's keeping me.
Well, I think Shelley will keep him entertained for as long as possible.
She was wonderful.
Not half as wonderful as you.
Oh, darling, I know you don't want me to go.
You're right. I don't, but I suppose this will be best.
You'll be bringing the yacht directly back to Houston, then?
It'll take a few days.
Well, which will give me enough time to complete this ridiculous business about those hospital tests, but until then, Ryan and I will keep Elliot away from you.
Oh, if only.
Don't you know there's nothing I wouldn't do for you? Anything to keep you safe from harm.
I love you. But there's something you should know and understand.
What?
I won't keep playing this delaying game forever.
Matt?
What?
We're here, honey. I found Jeff.
Hey, Max, how you doing? How you doing, Jim?
Fine, thank you.
What?
Fine, tell him what you're going to tell him.
Tell me what, Jeff?
Elena needs a guitar of her own.
Well, she can use my guitar.
No, she needs one better, you know? Not that yours is bad or anything, it's just that she, when she gets to perform, she needs a good guitar.
Perform? I had enough of those fancy notions of hers. They cost me plenty already.
Oh, honey, now come on. Now, I can buy one from the two of us.
Rena, I don't want it. No, Rena.
Honey, now you're just gonna quit whatever you're doing, and we're gonna go to a music store before
A
we go to the
music
party.
store?
Yes, that's right.
Rena,
And I know exactly what kind of guitar she needs. That Jeb told me so, right, Jeb?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait a minute now. The horses are hungry. They got to be fed and everything
Honey,
like that.
it'll be okay.
Listen,
Come
wait a
on,
minute.
Max.
I can feed them for you. I'll do you a favor there.
Some favor, you know.
Come on, Max.
Hey, look, easy on the oats with lady over there, and don't forget to fill the water
Honey,
for.
this will be just fine. We want
But Rena.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, goodbye.
I said I could get somebody else to do
Never
it if
again.
you
From
don't...
now on, nobody else carries Nita Wright's stuff but her own husband. Hey, what's this? Huh?
Nothing.
Hey, look over here, a cake.
There's nothing, Billy Joe. Come on, let's go. We don't have any time for this.
There's one second. There's a name on it. Your cake. Let's see. What? Well, it's for Elena. It's Elena's 18th
Come on,
birthday,
Billy
huh?
Joe. We don't have any time for this. It's none of our business. And besides, I don't want you and Maggie crossing paths again.
Well, just
Now,
hold
come
on a second.
hurry
I'm not
up.
going to go hurrying and sneaking around like I've done something wrong. Maggie's a tough old turkey. She can take care of herself. Besides, I got to wish Elena a happy birthday. Don't I?
You do not. You don't have to say anything to her. You and her have gotten yourselves in enough trouble already. And besides, you promised me you weren't going to get in any more trouble. Now, you remember that?
Well, who's talking about trouble? I just want to wish the girl many happy returns, that's all. Oh, look, honey, look, I know what I promised. And I swear I ain't looking for any trouble either. Come on, Nita, you got to start giving me credit for knowing how to act, huh? Besides, maybe I might be able to do Elaine a favor.
Oh. How are you going to do her a favor?
I might be able to get her a gig, that's what. Hey, what is it? You ain't jealous of that school
No,
girl?
I am not jealous of... I am not jealous of Elena. I am here to get my things, and I want to get you out of here before Maggie sees you, so come on.
Come on here, sugar. Don't you know I love you, huh? Didn't I prove that to you already? Yeah. Didn't I just prove that a little while ago, huh? Sure I did. I love you, honey. I really do. I love you, and I love that little baby you're caring for me. Don't you know that? I'm not interested at all in that chick or any chick. Just you.
Why are you always making things harder for me?
Okay, sure. I came here to help you, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get your stuff right now, show me where it is, and I'll bring it right over to our brand new house.
Oh.
Now what? What is it? You ain't never going to smile again?
No, I'm just worried is all.
Well, don't be.
What do you mean, don't be? I swear, Billy Joe, I don't know how you talked me into taking that fancy place. I must have something wrong with my head. It is too fancy, it is too expensive, and we cannot afford it.
Well, I just talked you into it the same way I always talk you into what's good for you, darling. That's all. So cute. You're so cute. Now, come, before I get all worked up, show me where your stuff is. Let's go. Come on.
It's not that way, Sugar Bumps.
Sugar.
I'm living back there now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right.
Howdy, Miss Maggie.
Now, wait a minute, Maggie. He's just here to help me move some of my things. Won't be but a minute.
It's all right, just so long as he is out of here before time for Elena's party.
You ain't afraid of me or anything, are you, Maggie? Scared I might take that cake knife to your throat?
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna call the police.
No, please, Maggie, please. It's just his mouth running off with itself again. He didn't mean no harm.
That's exactly what he does mean, Nita. When are you gonna realize that?
Didn't you hear anything, huh? I was just joking about the cake knife. I'm a new man. I'm reformed. Didn't Nita tell you that?
Huh. That'll be the day, Billy Joe Wright. Now listen to me, Nita. I want him out of here because I do not want that child's birthday party spoiled.
He will be, Maggie.
Boy, that's how you know you're getting old. When a girl stacked like the world building still looks like a child to you.
went to town.
Max?
Yeah, Rena.
Oh. Well, what for?
I don't know, something about having dinner with Rena's folks or something.
I don't believe it. You mean Max left without feeding the horses?
He gave me the job. I'm gonna feed the horses, and now that you're here, you're gonna feed the horses.
No way. I am not feeding horses on my birthday.
Now, wait a second. The horses don't know that it's your birthday, and they're very hungry, all right? Now, we'll take care of them, and then we'll take care of you.
So you didn't forget about taking me into town to celebrate?
Of course not. How could I forget? I mean, that's all you've been talking about all week. You know, that's all you've been saying is Friday is my birthday.
I did not say it like that.
However you said it. Happy birthday, kid.
No, kid. Not anymore. I am of legal age now. You're going to take me out for a drink tonight?
Yes. One drink, and that's it. For you, that is. Listen, come on. We got to get this work done because we can get to Houston before everything closes down up there, all
We
right?
can't have that happen.
No,
I am going to celebrate tonight. Starting tonight, I am no longer a kid. I am a woman.
Yeah, well, whatever you say. Tonight's your night.
Tonight, the night, everything's all
right. I said I could get somebody else to do
never
it
again.
if you
From now on, nobody else carries Nita Wright stuff but her own husband. Hey, what's this? Huh?
Nothing.
Hey, look over here, a cake.
There's nothing, Billy Joe. Come on, let's go. We don't have any time for this.
Where's one second? There's a name on this here cake. Let's see. What? Well, it's for Elena. It's Elena's 18th
Come on,
birthday,
Billy
huh?
Joe. We don't have any time for this. It's none of our business. And besides, I don't want you and Maggie crossing paths again.
Well, just hold on a second. I'm not going to go hurrying and sneaking around like you done something wrong. Maggie's a tough old turkey. She can take care of herself. Besides, I got to wish Elena a happy birthday. Don't I?
You do not. You don't have to say anything to her. You and her have gotten yourselves in enough trouble already. And besides, you promised me you weren't going to get in any more trouble. Now, you remember that?
Well, who's talking about trouble? I just want to wish the girl many happy returns, that's all. Oh, look, honey, look, I know what I promised. And I swear I ain't looking for any trouble either. Come on, Nita, you got to start giving me credit for knowing how to act, huh? Besides, maybe I might be able to do Elaine a favor.
Oh. How are you going to do her a favor?
I might be able to get her a gig, that's what. Hey, what is it? You ain't jealous of that school?
No, I am not jealous of... I am not jealous of Elena. I am here to get my things, and I want to get you out of here before Maggie sees you, so come on.
Come on here, sugar. Don't you know I love you, huh? Didn't I prove that to you already? Yeah. Didn't I just prove that a little while ago, huh? Sure I did. I love you, honey. I really do. I love you, and I love that little baby you're caring for me. Don't you know that? I'm not interested at all in that chick or any chick. Just you. I love you, Nita.
Oh. Why are you always making things harder for me?
Okay, okay, sure. I came here to help you, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get your stuff right now, show me where it is, and I'll bring it right over to our brand new house.
Oh.
Now what? What is it? You ain't never going to smile again?
No, I'm just worried is all.
Well, don't be.
What do you mean, don't be? I swear, Billy Joe, I don't know how you talked me into taking that fancy place. I must have something wrong with my head. It is too fancy, it is too expensive, and we cannot afford it.
Well, I just talked you into it the same way I always talk you into what's good for you, darling. That's all. So cute. You're so cute. Now, come, before I get all worked up, show me where your stuff is. Let's go. Come on.
It's not that way, Sugar Bumps.
Sugar.
I'm living back there now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sugar
Right.
Bumps. Hi, Miss Maggie.
Now, wait a minute, Maggie. He's just here to help me move some of my things. Won't be but a minute.
It's all right, just so long as he is out of here before time for Elena's party.
You ain't afraid of me or anything, are you, Maggie? Scared I might take that cake knife to your throat?
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna call the police.
No, please, Maggie, please. It's just his mouth running off with itself again. He didn't mean no harm.
That's exactly what he does mean, Nita. When are you gonna realize that?
Didn't you hear anything, huh? I was just joking about the cake knife. I'm a new man. I'm reformed. Didn't need to tell you that?
Huh. That'll be the day Billy Joe Wright Now listen to me, Nita. I want him out of here because I do not want that child's birthday party spoiled.
He will be, Maggie.
Boy, that's how you know you're getting old. When a girl stacked like the world building still looks like a child to you.
Oh.
Hi. Venison stew, huh? Looks
Yeah.
good. What happened to your hand?
Oh, that's nothing. I just sprained my thumb.
I hope you know that I can't eat all of that because of a surprise party over at Maggie's for Elena. You know about that?
Yeah, I know all about that. Had a long talk with Maggie. No, you see, I always cook for 10. Out of habit. Just in case somebody ends up at my door hungry.
Oh, it smells good.
Well, there'll be some here tomorrow. But you just wait till you see that spread Maggie's going to have laid out for you.
Well, how do I look? Well?
Well, I can tell you. You look about 10 years older than that girl I saw off to school this morning.
But of course I do. Haven't you heard the world turns a lot faster than it ever did before, Kate? Especially here in Houston. Or New York.
Well, know about that. Reading your fashion magazines again, haven't you?
Well, what do you think? Do I look like the New York woman?
You've been reading the wrong issue. Because, you know, if you go to New York dressed like that, you know where you're going to end up? Bellevue, Pneumonia Ward.
That's not what I meant.
I know that.
Well, then why are you always teasing
Because
me?
it makes you mad, that's why. Oh, you look good. You look real good. You look just like a New York woman. If that's what you want to be.
Oh, well, it may not be as cold here as it is in New York, but we don't want you to catch cold and end up sick. So here you are.
Oh, thank you, Kate.
It's from the Marshalls. Each and every one of us wish you a long and happy life.
Thank you.
Well, open it up.
I'm going to open it up. Oh,
try it on.
I love it. Oh, I feel so beautiful. Oh, that was vain. I'm sorry.
Now, darling, it's not vanity to tell the truth. And you are beautiful. Mm.
Kate.
Just as beautiful as your mother was. And, honey, I want you to stay as fresh and radiant and beautiful for the rest of your life.
Thank you, Kate.
Look after her.
Yes, ma'am.
This is great.
Excuse me.
It's all right. Just step back.
Oh, honey, I would not want you to get in his way now that he's on his way out of here for once and for all. I do not want him delayed.
Amen. Whose birthday is it,
It's
Maggie?
Elena's. I meant to tell you this morning. I'm having a little surprise party. Some of the family, a few friends coming in. Do you think you can stay?
Sure. I don't have any plans.
Good. In fact, why don't you ask that nice Bart Walker to come along with you? You know, I was thinking about asking him myself this afternoon, but I didn't want you to think I was matchmaking.
Oh, no, never.
No. Well, I always thought there might have been a little something between the two of you, you know, no?
No. Ever since everything fell apart between Kevin and I haven't exactly been dreaming about romance. I mean, Bart's a good friend and he's a good partner, but...
That's all he means to you.
Well, I'd say that's a lot. I feel comfortable with him. Safe. I guess that's because I know he's my friend.
Honey, I'm not blind, and I can tell you that Bart Walker has a whole lot more in mind than just being your friend or your partner.
Well, I'm not in the market for anything more than that. Sorry. So what time is Max bringing Elena in? Do I have time to change my clothes?
Oh, honey, you got plenty of time, but, Max isn't bringing her in.
He's not?
No, Jeb Hampton is. You see, it seems like he promised her he'd take her out for her 18th birthday, and so he seemed the logical one to bring her in for the surprise party.
Oh. I see. Well, maybe, I will go call Bart after all.
Good.
Excuse me.
So kind of you to drop your whole busy schedule, come see me home. Feel rather like a wayward child.
Well, we can't have you missing a doctor's appointment, can we?
It was kind, but it was also rather extravagant and unnecessary, wouldn't you say?
No, I wouldn't say. You see, Iris's well-being is very important to me.
Well, of course, and to me. But I was here, and I'd already promised to see Iris safely back to Houston.
Well, you see, I consider it part of my responsibility. I promised Alex that I'd take as good a care of Iris as he would himself. I'm sure if Alex was here now, well, he would be here to take his wife home.
No doubt.
Shall we have our seats?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful takeoff. Very smooth. I'll wager she's equipped with the latest gyro compass design.
Well, as a matter of fact, it is. Are you familiar with that sort of gadgetry, Elliot?
Oh, only one I picked up chasing down a few spy stories. Not as much as you, I'm sure. I understand that government security used to be your profession.
Well, running World Oil is my business now. You comfortable, Iris?
Yes, I'm fine.
You know, it's a shame that we haven't had a chance to get better acquainted.
Well, I'm sure we've both been very busy, haven't we?
Well, yes, but it's a pity, really. I mean, since Iris and my son share the assets of World Oil with you, and since you manage those assets, well, it only makes sense that we should come to know one another better.
I agree.
Oh, good.
Well, then perhaps you could start by explaining to me why this all concerns you so much. I mean, since Iris is your ex-wife by, what, 15 years? And since Dennis happens to be Alex's son.
You want some more rice, don't you? You tough girl, I said. I can tell you.
Hi. Oh, one more time, just so I'm sure I'm not dreaming. Oh, darling, that's so wonderful. Oh, I've waited all day for that.
All day? What did you do, get up early?
Well, half the afternoon, but it's an eternity just the same. You know, it's funny, Dennis. I used to love it there when I first moved in. You know, being at the very tip of the top of the world with all of Houston spread at my feet. I thought it was seventh heaven.
It isn't?
Not anymore. Not since... Oh, Dennis, now I wake up and I can't stand how empty my bed is. And it is, darling, without you. See, I keep remembering how warm and wonderful it was waking up beside you on New Year's Day.
Oh, please. I get a hangover just thinking about New Year's Day.
Dennis, but it was so lovely.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you had rosy memories of that morning. To me, it was more, tinted a sort of bilious green.
Oh, darling, how can you say such a thing about one of the happiest mornings of my life? It was wonderful.
Well, you were wonderful, but my hangover cast an evil spell on everything else.
Yeah, you were stinko, all right. As a matter of fact, like I told Miss Page when I helped her cart you home, I told you you're going to regret that night come morning.
Yeah, well, it's hard to regret something you don't remember.
Yeah, blackout, huh?
An eclipse at the least.
Oh, darling, I've told you everything important that happened that day. Most important thing being your proposal. Dennis, you were so sweet.
Yeah? You really managed to propose that night? Man, oh man.
You certainly did.
That's downright amazing. I don't think you could have said your name that night, much less propose.
Wait a minute, I thought I proposed right here in the club. And you overheard every word of it.
Me?
Oh, honey, I just love parties.
Hey, Maggie, how you doing?
Hi. That rain now, honey, the place looks just beautiful,
Yeah.
Maggie. Wait a minute, maybe I better start calling you Aunt Maggie. Have you heard the good news? We're about to be kin, sweetheart. Max and I are gonna tie the knot.
I'm tying it loose enough to breathe now.
Oh, no, none of those slip knots you use on horses. Isn't it wonderful? Well, I couldn't be happier, Rena, but you know, I think you forgot you told me one time already that night you and Justin were in here having dinner. Oh, I forgot all about that. Oh, look at this. Oh, isn't that...
Just slipped your mind, huh? What's this about you and Justin having dinner?
Well, of course, honey.
What do you mean, of course?
Oh, well, now, come on. Don't be so silly. I had to tell him we were engaged. Sweetheart, he's friends of both of us. Don't look so cross at me.
Well, just how did old Justin take the news?
He was as happy for both of us as he could be.
I'll bet.
He thought it was a wonderful idea. Now, will you put that down, please?
Hello, Maggie.
Hello. How good to see you.
Stryker, how wonderful to see you looking so well.
You are looking at a medical miracle, Maggie. They not only gave me a young man's heart, but the appetite to go with it.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to see what we can do about that now.
Well, my little girl took care of the rest of it. Hi, honey.
Hey, Stryker. Miss Bellman?
Hello, Maggie. Hi, darling.
You don't know how happy I am, Maggie, that my daughter had the good sense to pick your nephew to marry.
We picked both of each other, didn't we?
Well, actually, I think we just kind of fell into each other's arms out of pure exhaustion from fighting so much.
Well, when is the big wedding day gonna be? Well, how about, Friday?
Rena, dear, so soon? Well, there are so many plans to make. The dress, the church.
Oh, honey, none of that fancy stuff for us. We're just a couple of down-home Texans, right, honey?
That's my girl. There she is.
I want this to be one wedding where everybody has fun.
You know, she's right. I would give double her dowry if I could just get out of wearing that monkey suit of mine. Say, how about a barbecue?
In the middle of winter?
Oh, we put up a tent in case it rains.
Oh, Daddy, that's perfect.
How do you like the sound of that, son?
Sure.
Well, that's terrific. Mac, you be an angel and cater my daughter's wedding, will you? And round us up a band or two, will
All
you?
right.
Good
I
one.
would love to do that, Stryker.
Good.
But now let me see, Friday. Well, you know, that's my big night around here.
Oh.
But now I'm closed on Mondays. Oh, we'll make it Monday. Does everyone agree? Good. Honey, we're gonna be married on Monday. Oh,
Huh? Heard you propose. I'll tell you, man, I was too busy lugging you around to hear your mumbling. Oh, yeah, propose. Well, sure, that just slipped my mind. I guess I thought you were just joking around at the time you said it. Oh, there's a guy over there. I think he needs his drink. I don't want him to complain to the management, so, you all excuse me?
Yes,
nice chatting with you folks.
I think that'd be a good idea, Junior.
You know, you really ought to teach that clown to dance a lot better than that. Come on, you lied to me, Paige. I never proposed to you. was all a lie, wasn't it?
I thought we'd had an agreement.
No, Elliot.
Iris didn't tell me about Dennis.
Don't cover for her. I should have learned not to trust her by now.
No, Alex told me about Dennis months ago. He wanted me to understand the changes in his will.
Oh. Of course. Forgive me, Iris.
And that's not all he told me. He said you threatened to kill Iris when you found out about Dennis.
Oh, no. No, I didn't.
Oh, I believe that you did. You see, Alex wouldn't lie about that. And he wouldn't have been so concerned about what you might do to Iris.
I wouldn't do anything to harm Iris. I'm not a violent man. Oh, yes, I said some terrible, angry words I've regretted 1,000 times, but it wasn't a serious threat. It was shock, that's all. A blind reaction. You understood that, didn't you, Iris?
You frightened me, Elliot. You frightened me badly.
For which I beg your forgiveness. You can see how the news might have made me lose control temporarily. I mean, for 25 years, Dennis was my son, then suddenly he wasn't my son anymore. He was the son of the man my wife betrayed me with.
Hey, that's enough of that, mister.
Yes, I'm sorry. It still burns. But it's past. I have adjusted to the new order. I can live with it.
Well, I don't believe that. Or you wouldn't be so upset remembering it, would you?
What does it matter what you believe? It's my life. And I have to make living with it a reality.
Well, it matters to me because you're still clutching it, Dennis, like a drowning man. And you're still holding it over Iris. Now tell me, Elliot, why did you make Iris promise not to tell Dennis?
Must I be made to give up everything? What purpose could it serve to break the bond between Dennis and me? Wheeler doesn't need a son now. I do. He took my wife away from me before she even was my wife. He cannot take my son.
No, he can't. Can he, Elliot?
I'm sorry he's gone. But he is gone. Dennis loves me without question. He's the only one in the world who does. He understands me. He forgives me. I'd freeze without that one touch with humanity. I would die without my son.
Forgives you? Forgives you what, Elliot?
We all have need of forgiveness, haven't we, Connor? Isn't that one of the rules of the world? Or are you so perfect that you've never felt the need of a merciful word from someone who loves you?
No, Elliot, I'm not perfect. But do you really think you can base the kind of relationship you crave with Dennis on a lie?
Candy wrap. Which one? What? What's wrong with you?
Baby, would I lie to you about something as important as that? I mean, something that you'd know that you'd said because of the way that you feel?
How do I feel? I don't even know how I feel. I've been so confused since I met you.
Darling, that's love, Dennis.
Maybe. But I am still not a fool. You know, ever since you told me that story about how I proposed to you, I've had my doubts. And now with that clown running around, talking the way he was, yeah, I think you would lie about me proposing to you. In fact, I think that's exactly what you did. Well, I'm right, aren't I?
I told you from the very beginning that if you wanted out, you could forget the whole thing. No matter how much it hurt me to lose you. Hey, listen, I'm tough. I can live. I may never be happy, that's all.
And you admit it?
Yes! Yes, okay, all right, I admit it. I admit that I loved you so much. And then that I was so crazy about you and wanted you so much that I was glad when Dawn broke off your engagement, yes.
Will you just give me a straight answer? Did you lie when you said I proposed to you?
Maybe I hoped I was reading your mind. All right, it was a lie. Dennis, can you forgive my lie?
Yeah. If you promise never to lie to me again. And don't tell me what I think, all right?
Oh, darling, of course I won't. I won't lie to you again, ever. I promise you. That was just to bring us together. Dennis, you don't really want to break off our engagement?
Why should I?
Because I lied to you. Can you really forgive me?
I guess I'm flattered that you want to marry me. Never had that kind of luck before.
Oh, darling. You've just never had the right woman before. I'm going to make you so happy. I really love you, Dennis.
This is not what I had in mind at all.
You'll like it.
I will not like it, Jeb. Look, this is supposed to be my special night. It's my birthday, right? I don't want to go to my Aunt Maggie's. Jeb, I don't want to go here.
Yeah, but Maggie's has got the best food in town.
Well, I don't want to eat. I want to drink.
Well, I know that, but you have to eat first before you can drink. Besides, wait a minute. Who do you think you're with? Howard Hughes? Huh, I don't have a lot of money. Besides, Maggie's is good, and it's cheap. And then after this, I'll take you anywhere you want to go, and I'll get you an after-dinner drink.
Oh, one drink. That's not my idea of a celebration.
All right, then. We will go someplace, anywhere you want to go, and we'll drink ourselves into oblivion. Because I think you need to get that out of your system so you'll stay away from the booze then.
Oh, now I don't have any sense at all, right?
No, I didn't say that. Look, all right? It's cold out here. We don't want to stand out here and argue. Let's go inside, all right?
All right.
Okay, now come on. Now, I also want you to get a nice smile on your face. All right? No, put a nice big smile on it.
That's a nice big smile.
Good. Now
okay?
keep it there, all right?
Happy 18th birthday,
Nobody ever remembers my birthday.
Now, he didn't tell you, did he? Were you surprised? I was more like shocked. Oh, honey. You shouldn't have done this. What do you mean I shouldn't have fun when my niece is all grown up?
Come on now, I've got something to see. Come on. Look at this. Look at everybody, come on.
Get this thing
Like
over.
this. Like this.
All right, yeah, let me do it right here. All right. There you go. All right, well, a little bit more, a little bit more. Wait, easy on those presents. Now, let's do this right. You got to do the cake first, and then you can get to the presents.
Okay,
Besides,
well,
you're not officially 18 until you've blown out all the candles, you see, so that's why we got to
Well,
get
they're
these.
not exactly lit yet, Meg.
Well, they got a little bit.
Come on. You got your wish, you got
Any
your
minute
wish. I
now.
have my
I'll get
wish.
the stuff here. Good.
We got a
Toast
almost
that.
there.
Watch
Good.
out for your
Okay,
finger.
deep
I'll
breath.
hold it.
Take a deep
Watch
breath.
it.
This is and you have 1 minute here.
You get that one over there. I missed that one.
Oh, it's only then.
Are there 18?
Give it a
17 again if we don't get this.
There we go.
Got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you poor baby.
All right, make a wish.
Make a wish now, honey.
All right.
Make a wish for something big and beautiful. And everybody's got to say, now come on, Nita, start for us.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lena. Happy birthday to you. Now the best part, honey, you get to open your gifts. Come on.
I can't wait to open this
I bet you never guess what it is.
Oh, I bet I could guess what this is. Hey, Chip.
There you go. I got it.
Oh, gorgeous. I love it. Thank you.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, Jeb Hampton, isn't it?
Right.
Dr. Bart Walker. I introduced you before.
That's right. I remember.
Bart is my partner. We have a clinic very nearby.
It's terrific.
And of course, Jeb is my former patient.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess she told us she saved my life. And are you willing to say that I did the same?
Oh, that's nice.
Well, since he does have the bad manners to bring it up, I never really did tell you what went wrong between Kevin and I.
And you don't have to, Court.
Oh, Bart, you're really nice.
Oh, but I insist because it is such a simple thing. You see, this is what went wrong.
Thank you so much,
Well, you know, Vicky picked it out for you.
Now listen, everybody. Now that she's seen all her non-edible gifts, Nita and I got a couple more surprises. Everybody, now take a seat, and we're going to bring some things out. Come on,
Okay.
all the good for you.
Thank you.
You bet, honey.
Oh, I know.
Lots more happy birthday.
The guitar is still my favorite gift of all. It's perfect. It's exactly what I want.
I'm glad you like it. Can you really play one of those things?
Well, I'm getting better.
Got yourself a new teacher.
I certainly do. I still don't know how you talked Max into giving me a guitar. I'm sure he would have rather have gotten me a sewing machine or something.
Oh, actually, it was Jeb's idea, though. You know, just between you and me and Jeb, I think we're going to be able to soften little old Max up.
Oh, I
You'll
doubt
see.
it, but thank you.
Joy, tell me, spill this stuff.
Jeb, why don't we go sit with Max and Rita? You can tell me how hard I've been.
Tried to be just a little bit of bourbon, honey. This is a very special one I've been saving for a long time. Now, let me move over here and get some. Hi, Corey. Mind if I join you?
No, of course not. Please sit down. Have you two met?
Not really.
Oh, no. This is Dr. Bart Walker and Terry Decker. Bart is my partner.
That sexy voice on the telephone.
You've been talking back and forth so much, it's about time we met.
You have.
Why? Yeah, well, Ryan wanted Barrett questioned under a drug that Bart administered, so I set up the appointment.
Well, you haven't mentioned how it went, Bart. Could he remember anything more?
Well, I guess I don't talk much about the failures. I'm sorry, I should have kept you informed.
So I take it didn't work.
No.
Why not? Head injury?
No, there's no organic brain damage. It's something more complex and subtle than that.
Well, that's a relief.
You're right, of course. If his loss of memory had had physical causes, it would have been irreversible.
So what you're saying is that it's psychological and it might come back to him.
Yes, but I think, although I'm not an expert, that it'll take a lot of time and analysis to get to the root of the trauma.
Do you recommend that Barrett keep trying?
Ryan feels it's necessary.
Of course he does, for his benefit, but not for Barrett's welfare, isn't that right?
Well,
Well, he is my brother. He is your patient. Don't you think you should put Barrett's welfare above whatever Ryan Connor wants from him?
Courtney, he's blocking something. Something big, something that's haunting him. Now, I don't know what it is or why he's buried it so deep in his psyche, but it could prove as dangerous to him as a tumor. Unless we find out what it is and relieve the pressure it's putting on his mind, he could one day just explode.
Oh, so what you're saying is that my brother is a potentially dangerous man? Well, I don't believe it, Bart. I don't buy it. I know my brother.
The point is that in some ways, Barrett doesn't know himself anymore, and won't, unless we get to the root of the psychological trauma that led to his loss of memory. Trust me, Court. I wouldn't go on with the treatment unless it was best for him in the long run.
Then wait 6 months. Just 6 months. It might be easier on him if you give him more time.
I think the sooner the better.
Do you? Or is that what Ryan Connor thinks?
Courtney, believe me, Ryan has very good, very important reasons for wanting Barrett to remember what happened the last year.
Listen, don't think because you got me in the middle of family hour that I intend to stay here all night long, because you promised me a drink at the Top of the World Club. So can we get out of here soon? Please.
Made with a little talent and a lot of love. Good. Just right amount, too.
This is it. This is what I want.
I don't know what you want to be in this place for with a lot of strangers. Be with your family. You're weird.
You're the weird one. I've been with my family all my life. And that party we just left reminded me of the one I had when I was 13 years old. Pink roses and all.
Wait a minute, let me tell you something. You ought to be glad that you got a family that cares about you. Now, you know that?
Yes, 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 yes. They're wonderful. I know that. Now, you think it's okay if we forget about them for an hour? Please?
Fine.
All right, come on.
Hey, well, look who's here.
Are you surprised to see me?
Heck no. Where else would you want to be on your 18th birthday? Happy birthday, Sugar Bumps.
How did you know?
Well, Billy Joe Rat has his ways.
Why don't we get a table, okay?
Because at a table, they make this woman pay for her drink. But me, as far as I'm concerned, your first legal drink is on the house. What'll it be, Dal?
Well, at least someone knows how to celebrate an 18th birthday.
You're darn right.
I would like something very special.
You know, I got just the thing. A brand new drink. It's called Right Now. Named after myself, see?
Well, what's in it?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's kind of a secret, but I just say magic. As a matter of fact, it's guaranteed to make the woman who drinks it fall madly in love with the bartender who fixed it for her. Huh? You want one, too?
Whiskey, and less lip.
Ooh, Mr. Cheerful. Sure got yourself a sour boyfriend here. And I was just going to give you a hot tip, too. If you folks are planning on making the rounds tonight.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. What?
Well, there's this little late hours place, you know? It's near Maggie's. As a matter of fact, it got me a job there. It's called the Chicken Coop. And, well, let me tell you, that place really starts jumping after midnight, you know? Got a nice country band and all. And I can fix it up so you can sing a couple numbers with them if you like. Make it a real coming out party. What do you say?
Look, we're not interested, okay?
Is that talking to you? What do you say, Elena? I tell you, the band is really good, but they need a voice like yours up front.
Oh, Jeb, let's go.
Well, I said forget it.
I thought this was my night.
Elena, I don't want you going to this place and getting up on stage and pretending like you're a singer, because you're not ready yet.
This ain't the Metropolitan Opera, buddy.
Look, why don't you just butt out? Why don't you do your job and get us a few drinks
Listen,
here, all right?
man, you're in my place now. I'm the one who tells people either to butt out or get out. You got nothing to say at the top of the world, do you hear me?
Last time you had a lucky punch.
Now, come on, don't go spoiling my birthday. Sit down.
I'm not. This banana is.
Hey, all I'm doing is offering the lady a little opportunity here. She can take it or leave it.
Well, she's leaving it.
I speak for myself, Jeb.
Elena, you're not ready, all right?
Not ready? You're crazy, man. You know that? I heard this girl sing before. She could sing 6 months ago.
I'd really like to sing tonight.
You can sing tonight or as many nights as you want. I can get you a steady gig if you want.
No.
What's the matter, buddy? Afraid you might lose control over this girl or something, huh? Now, why do you want to go sabotaging her career for, huh?
You can really get me a regular paying job.
Sure can. Good pay, too. I'll tell you something. All you got to do is sing, please the people, please the crowd. I'll make you a star. You don't need this clown.
A regular singing job?
Drink up.
Iris, nice to see you.
Thank
You look wonderful. Well, I have your room all arranged, so you can get an early night's sleep. And tomorrow morning we'll begin the tests.
Good. Not too early, I hope.
Well, they'll be knocking on your door at about, well, 7 a.m.
Oh, dear. I'm going to bed now. Look, there is no reason for me to take up any more of your time. Elliot, I want to thank you for being so thoughtful and concerned about me.
Well, I'll stay and make sure you're comfortable.
No, oh, really, that's not necessary. I want some time alone to settle in. It's been a bit of a whirlwind.
Yes, it has at that. Very well. Rest well. I'll call on you in the morning. Gentlemen, good night.
Does it?
Thank you again, Elliot. It is hard to believe he could be a killer.
Well, don't doubt it for a minute, Iris.
No. No, I'm convinced you're right. I want to thank both of you. I couldn't have made my story believable alone. Oh, I'm so tense. I tell you, all this improvising, it's been exhausting. Oh.
Well, you did very well.
I had to protect Alex.
And you did. At least we have Elliot now where we can watch him. And safely away from Alex, too.
Yes, thank goodness. There's just one thing I don't understand, Ryan. Why did you grill Elliot so severely on the flight home? It made me terribly nervous.
I wanted to shake him up, make him nervous. I had to.
But why? Won't that make him even more suspicious?
I hope so. You see, up to now, we've been playing it safe, but that's just not going to work anymore. Time's going to be on Elliot's side, not ours.
Yes, I see. I think.
Look, we have to prove that Elliot shot Alex soon or make him confess. Because before long, he's going to realize that Alex must be alive. And if he does, well, he'll be going after him again.
Brian, excuse me. Iris, how would it be if I saw you to your room?
Yes, thank you.
I'll see you soon, Iris.
Yeah.
I don't know why we had to come home so early.
Really, what are you talking? It's after 1 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go to that place, the chicken coop. I wanted to sing.
Some other night, all right? I don't know why you want to go to a place called the Chicken Coop for anyway. I mean, there'd just be a lot of flakes hanging around like, what, Billy Budd? What the heck's that guy's
Billy
name?
Joe.
Billy Joe.
And I think it was really nice of him to offer me a job.
Yes. Seems like a very nice guy. Elena, I don't see why you have to, you start your career off. Now, you don't have to shove everything into your 18th birthday here.
No, but I do have to start my adult life on the right track.
Well, staying out of flaky bars like that is starting off on the right track.
Well, I know that there are some things more important, even than singing.
You're right about that. I'm glad you see it. Congratulations.
Well, like you. Jeb, I love you.
You're too much, you know that? Happy birthday. I'm real fond of you, too.
Jeb, I want more. Look, I know you would love me like I love you if you would just let it go and if you would just let it happen.
Listen, I promised a lot of people that I was going to protect you tonight, okay? Now, staying here in this car like this is not doing any good for that promise. It's not doing you any good either. Or me. Let's go inside.
All right, so maybe you don't love me. But at least I'm going to have my singing career starting tonight.
Wait a minute, all right?
Look, our deal was good only until my 18th birthday. And that is over as of tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to march myself down to the chicken coop. And I am going to make them want me. I know that there are some things more important, even than singing.
You're right about that. I'm glad you see it. Congratulations.
Well, like you. Jeb, I love you.
You're too much, you know that? Happy birthday. I'm real fond of you, too.
Jeb, I want more.
I know you would love me like I love you if you would just let it go and if you would just let it happen.
Listen, I promised a lot of people that I was gonna protect you tonight, okay? Now, staying here in this car like this is not doing any good for that promise. It's not doing you any good either. Or me. Let's go inside.
All right, so maybe you don't love me. But at least I'm going to have my singing career starting tonight.
Wait a minute, all right?
Look, our deal was good only until my 18th birthday. And that is over as of tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to march myself down to the chicken coop. And I am going to make them want me.
Morning, Elena.
Oh, morning, Ginny. You ready for breakfast?
Oh, no, thank you.
Nothing? Not even some coffee?
I just had some soda crackers.
Soda crackers. That is not breakfast. Are you sick?
No. Well, maybe a little.
Well, maybe you ought to go back to bed.
No, it's not catching.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I did make an appointment with Dr. Walker, though, just in case.
Oh, he's really nice.
Yeah, I like him.
Well, when's your appointment?
Today?
After school?
No, this morning. Why?
I need a ride into town.
Didn't you have enough of the big city last night, birthday girl?
Not for me, not nearly enough.
Oh, I see.
But I am going to get me some more of it. You wait and see.
Well, you better watch out. I don't think Max would like...
I don't care what Max thinks. I'm going to get a job in town, Ginny.
A job? Elena, what are you talking about? Are you thinking about dropping out of school?
Well, maybe. I'm 18 now.
I know that, but it...
No buts. Look, I am tired of all of this school stuff. I'm an adult now, and I think it's time that I earn my own living.
How do you earn your keep right?
Well, if I can do it here, then I can do it someplace else, can't I? You better get Steve to hurry up. The school bus is going to be
Elena!
here. Look, don't worry, Ginny. I'm not going to quit school until I get the job.
Elena, wait a second. Now, I want to talk to you more about these plans of yours.
Kevin, I just feel terrible about taking up hospital space when I'm not even ill. There are people who need this room.
I understand how you feel, Iris. Try and think of it as preventive medicine. I'll arrange for you to have a thorough examination.
Even though it's unnecessary?
Well, is it? It might keep Elliot Carrington's suspicions at bay.
I wish I'd never told him I had to return for tests.
Well, at least it does explain your leaving St. Croix so abruptly.
But lies have a way of breeding more lies to cover themselves.
Tell me about it. I've had enough trouble myself trying to keep the fact that Alex survived a secret.
It isn't easy, is it?
I promised myself and my blood pressure I'd never do it again. Believe me, never again.
I understand. I'm hardly looking forward to lying to Dennis or any friends who might call here concerned about me.
Just a moment.
Dear. Come in. Oh.
Hello, Dr. Cook.
Hello, Dennis. Nice to see you.
Hello, darling.
Dad told me you were here.
Oh, well, that was thoughtful of him, but unnecessary.
Why didn't you tell me yourself?
Well, because it isn't all that serious, and I didn't want to worry you.
How serious is it?
Well...
I think I'll leave that to your mother to explain, Dennis. How's that? All right, Iris? Bye-bye.
So long. All right, Mom, now what's going on?
Mom, how come chocolate syrup always sticks to the bottom of the glass?
All right, ready? There. Now, it's not at the bottom. Hurry up and drink it, will you?
Morning. My head hurts.
What's wrong with your head, Uncle Jeb?
Oh, well, what happened was...
Listen, stop playing with the food and drinking. Will you just hurry up? You're going to miss the bus.
I was just being polite to Uncle Jeb, and you don't have to fuss at me. I'm not hungry anymore.
Oh, Steve, you sure you don't want any?
Will you leave him alone?
Why are you so mad at us, Mom?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just nervous. I'm sorry, honey.
Look, Steve, I tell you what. We'll give you one of these biscuits. We'll wrap it up so you can eat it on the bus. That way you don't go hungry. Maybe you can give it away or something. Trade it off.
I'm gonna put some syrup on it for you.
Yeah, that looks good.
Woo! There you go. This is your lunchbox, okay? Bye, Mom. Bye, sweetie.
Thanks, Uncle Jeb.
Anytime, Steve, anytime.
Oh, Steve, will you do me a favor and tell Elena that I want to talk to her after school, okay?
Uh-huh.
Thanks, honey. Got everything?
Yeah.
Bye.
Say, what do you want to talk to Elena about? No, wait, I want some coffee. You want some coffee?
No, thanks.
So what do you want to talk to Elena about?
Elena is thinking about quitting school and getting herself a job.
Yeah.
You know about that?
Somebody she knows offered her a job singing in a bar.
Who does she know in Houston?
I don't know who it was. Oh, don't worry about it. The guy ain't gonna hire her.
What if he does, though?
Well, then he hires her.
Oh, Jeff, you've got to talk to her. You're the only one around here that she'll listen to.
No, that's not gonna work. I can't pull that anymore. I mean, I can't force her to do that. If she wants to, look, I can't look after Elena anymore. I mean, I'm getting tired of doing that.
I thought you cared about her.
I do care about her. I care about a lot of people, and I hope that everything works out for her. I hope she has a nice career and everything like that. But I need some time for myself because I got to figure out how I can patch things up with Courtney.
Courtney can take care of herself, but I don't think Elena can. I really don't want you to walk out on her.
No, you're right. I'm not going to do that again. I'll talk to her after school, okay?
Okay.
You know what I think I'm going to do this morning? I think I'm going to make us breakfast. I'm going to make us some eggs. Maybe pancakes. Oatmeal. How about oatmeal? That's what I'm going to do. Make oatmeal.
Kevin expects everything to be fine, so there's nothing to worry about.
Well, Dad sure seemed pretty concerned.
Oh, well, you know how he can be sometimes. When I told him Kevin wanted me back for tests, Elliot insisted I fly back immediately. There was just no arguing with him.
Yeah. Did Dr. Cook say how long the test will take?
Not long, darling. A day or two. By then, the yacht should be back in Houston.
You're going back again?
Yes. Honey, I'll be all right.
I hope so. I mean, you had me worried there for a while. I mean, losing Alex like that.
I think things are better now.
Then the trip did you some good.
Yes.
And you're ready to start a new life all over again?
Ready and even anxious, too.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm sure Dad will be glad to hear that, too.
Elliot?
Yeah. Why do you look so surprised? Don't you think he's been worried about you, too?
Well, you'll see in a few days that there's nothing to worry about.
Well, you don't think that's going to stop him, do you?
What do you mean?
I mean, he really wants us to be a family again.
I don't.
Mom, you...
What Elliot and I had is over.
Can't you at least give it another chance?
No.
You know, that's what I like about you, Mom. You're so warm, so loving. You really care about the people who love you, about what they want. Well, you know, I would like to see the two of you back together again.
You are wrong to hope for that.
I don't see anything wrong
Well,
with it.
that's because you don't know what our life together was like.
Well, then maybe you better just tell me.
Dennis,
Look, Mom, you're hiding something. Now, come on, just tell me what it is.
Dr. Cook.
Hello, Kevin. This is Ryan.
Yes, Ryan?
Look, I'm just calling to find out if everything's okay with Iris.
Well, I just left her with Dennis. We'll keep her here for tests until Alex arrives back with the yacht.
Well, we only had that long to shake Barrett's memory. Look, are we going to be able to do it?
Well, I hate to sound negative, Ryan, but after the sodium pentothal interview, Bart and I feel another session would be fruitless.
Well, why's that?
Well, sometimes amnesia is a protective device. Barrett needs analysis. If he's trying to forget something, and we force him, it might be too great a strain.
Look, maybe we could get Elliot to think we're getting results, you know? Have him think Barrett's beginning to remember what really did go on in that camp.
Oh, wait a minute. If we do that, isn't there a danger Elliot might go after Barrett?
Yeah, but I think that's the kind of risk a man like Barrett might be willing to take. Look, I'm gonna have him come by today. I'll ask him. I think he just might cooperate.
Come on, Mom, what is it?
It's Alex. I mean, his memory is just too dear for me to ever be close to Elliot again.
I don't buy that. You're hiding something else, Mom. Is it something to do with Dad?
In a way, yes. I don't trust Elliot anymore.
Oh, come on.
He's not the man he used to be. His imprisonment has changed him. He frightens me.
You know, I really don't understand you. That man has done everything in his power to make sure that you're safe.
Oh, has he?
Yes.
He threatened my life, or have you forgotten that?
You said that was unimportant, that he was upset.
Oh, do you go around threatening people's lives when you're upset?
But you
No buts. Elliot is dangerous. I don't trust him, and I don't think you should either.
Look, being in the jungle shook him up a lot. And he has been acting strange lately. But he is still my father, and I still love him. Look. You're the one who always said families have to forgive and forget. You're the one who's always coming to me saying, please, Dennis, I'm sorry for mixing in. I'm sorry for this, and I'm sorry for that. Please, Dennis, forgive me. I am still your mother. Well, he's still my father.
Dennis,
And I'll tell you
just
something
don't...
else, Mom. This little turnaround of yours is not going to separate me from my father.
That isn't what I want.
Isn't it? Yes, it is, Mom. That's what you've always wanted. You've always wanted me to be cut off from my friends so that you could dominate my life. Well, you can't do that anymore, Mom. I'm just not a child.
I know that, Dennis.
Look, Mom. I'm just not going to turn on my father. You're going to have to understand that.
Dennis.
Just...
Elliot? Hi. Have you seen Justin any place?
He's taping an interview, I think. You're welcome to wait for him.
Oh, I don't know. I've got a million things to do today. I'm getting married Monday.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Getting married. To Justin.
Not on your life, honey. No, I just came by to invite him.
I see.
That is, if he doesn't keep me waiting too long.
Oh, I don't think so.
Good. May I sit and wait? Elliot, I'd love to invite you to the wedding if you'd like to come.
Oh, I don't think so, Rena.
Well, now listen, if you think it's going to be one of those dried-up society weddings, you just stop worrying. It's going to be more like a family reunion barbecue.
Well, it sounds like fun.
Then you'll come?
Well, I don't know. I may not be free.
Ooh, sounds very mysterious. Who's the lucky lady?
Oh, Iris. She's in Gulf Coast Hospital having some tests done.
Iris? Well, what's the matter with her?
Well, they don't know, which is why they're giving her a whole battery of tests.
Oh, dear. I'd better go see her in the hospital. Thanks for telling me.
Well, not at all, but I'm surprised you hadn't known.
Well, our relationship sort of withered after Alex. You see, Iris got so mad at me for defending Justin that...
Did Justin tell you how much he appreciated your sticking by him?
Justin Marshall? Sneaking behind my back, are you? That's not his style. He never does it. Told everyone who'd listen to me, though, didn't I?
She is the only one that stuck by me through everything.
Of course, honey. I know who you are. And you know sly lowlife who's waiting to shoot somebody in the back. Whatever else you may be, you're not a murdering coward.
How can you know what reason someone had for shooting Alex Wheeler?
Elliot, how can you stand up for the killer?
Sorry, it's just... All my years as an investigative reporter have taught me that there are always two sides. Two stories. Excuse me, I have to get back to work.
He's weird, huh?
Sometimes.
I bet Iris never would have married him if she hadn't been so...
She hadn't been so what, Rena?
Sorry, honey. Secret.
Good. Tell me.
Well, now, how can I expect you to keep a secret when I can't even keep it myself, huh?
Rena, it's not your secret anyway, is it? Now, I know you could keep it if you wanted to, but as I look into those two gorgeous brown eyes, I can tell you don't want to keep it anyway, do you? Do you?
Well, if you promise not to tell.
Scout's honor, I won't tell another living soul. What?
Iris was pregnant when she married Elliot.
For that, I had to swear Scout's honor. Big deal. All right, so maybe it was in the 50s. It was sort of scandalous then, I guess.
Honey, you don't understand. Iris wasn't pregnant by Elliot. Dennis is Alex Wheeler's son.
You're kidding. You're not kidding.
No, I'm not. Iris told me herself. Now, if you want further proof, Stryker said that Alex left 1/3 of his estate to Dennis. 1/3, darling.
That's why Paige moved in on Dennis. It wasn't anything against Dawn. It was all that Wheeler money. I should have known.
Well, I think there are more important things in life than a little money.
Yeah. One of them is a lot of money. You know, Rena, some people do marry for money, you know.
Yeah, I know. But not me. I'm marrying for love, darling. Which, by the way, is why I'm here.
Get me to marry you.
No. To tell you that I'm getting married Monday.
You're not... Max.
Of course, Max. I told you he proposed to me. Now, why are you acting so surprised?
Well, I thought he'd probably have come to his senses by now.
Which is more than what you've done, darling.
Now, if that means I'm supposed to tell you not to marry Max, I'm sorry, Rena, I'm...
No, I may have wanted that once before, but not now. It's too late, Justin. I'm marrying Max on Monday. Now, you can come if you like. Suit yourself. Well, sweetheart, don't you have anything you want to say?
I know of a terrific honeymoon hotel in San Antone. I can personally recommend it.
I'll try to remember that, darling. If I can.
I'll never forget it, Rena. Pretend?
Mm-hmm. We're on a honeymoon. We're newlyweds, and you're about to sweep me into your arms and carry me over the threshold.
Why not? Let's pretend. Rena. I won't forget.
It was really awkward. Here, Max is getting married on Monday, and he wants Ricky to be his best man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so he kept asking how to reach Ricky. I didn't know what to tell him. I finally had to say I didn't think he could make it.
Tell him you were wrong.
Really?
Alex is bringing his yacht back from St. Croix right now, so Rick will be back in time for the wedding.
Wait, but how's he gonna know there's a wedding?
Well, I'll get word to him. After all, we can't have anything get in the way of romance now, can we?
How nice to hear that sentiment expressed in the executive office of World Oil.
Gosh, oh, Barrett, it's so good to see you again.
How are you, Terry?
How am I? How are you?
Well, here, I think. Just a few missing memories, which Ryan's going to help me find, I hope.
Well, I hope so, too. Sure do my best. Thank you, Barrett. Thanks for coming at such short notice.
There's no problem. Ginny had an appointment in Houston anyhow. I drove in with her.
Is this private? I mean, should I go?
Well, that all depends on what your boss here wanted to discuss.
Of course I'll respect your privacy.
Well, Bart, I didn't mean that you would shout my business all over the neighborhood. It's just that Courtney's your partner, and she's also Barrett's sister.
So?
I don't want Barrett informed. That is, if what I think is true really is.
Of course. Well, let me call Maria, my nurse. We'll see if you have any basis for this concern of yours.
Look, why don't you stay, Terry? We're going to be treading on some pretty thin ice here, so I think we can use all the level-headed advice we can get, all right?
Thanks for the
I
compliment.
guess you haven't changed that much, have you? Still strong and sensible.
Well, most things.
How about intrigue?
Who, me?
I'm serious. That's why I need your help, Barrett. Look, why don't both of you sit down, all right? Barrett, remember when I asked you to do that Pentothal interview, I was investigating a crime, right?
Is that the interview I set up with Bart Walker?
Yeah, that's right.
But you never explained how my memories might help you. I don't even know what the crime was.
Somebody shot my uncle. I think it was Elliot. But Elliot must have had some reason to fire the shot, right?
I think they did quarrel one day.
Do you know why?
No.
Okay. Alex was trying to force Elliot to leave town. I really can't tell you why right now. But Alex did have some kind of lever with which to do that. You see, he threatened to bring someone into Houston. Someone who could reveal what Elliot really did in that prison camp to survive the escape.
That's what all those calls to Bangkok were about then, huh?
That's right. Only Alex didn't realize at the time that Barrett was our star witness.
Without a clear memory of that escape, so no one knows what happened there.
Well, Alex did hear a rumor.
What?
That Elliot betrayed the escape to the Khmer Rouge to save his own life, that he really hadn't escaped at all. See, the refugees said that the guards just took him out to the border and let him go.
Carrington. He was the one who betrayed us. He was responsible for all those lives?
Wait a minute. There's just a rumor. We don't have any proof, Barrett.
Damn it, I wish I could remember. If I knew he'd done that, if I could see it...
Even if it can't, you're still our best shot, Barrett.
How?
Help me shake Elliot into showing his hand, which he'll do if he thinks your memory's returning. Now, even if it isn't, we just go along with me and pretend it is.
If Carrington is a killer, what is to stop him from going after Barrett?
Nothing. So you're right, Terry. It could be dangerous, very dangerous.
You ask my advice? I say don't do anything that'll put Barrett into any kind of danger. Not after what he's been through.
If Carrington's guilty of that betrayal, I'll do anything that needs doing. I have a promise to keep. To myself. What's your plan, Ryan?
All right, Ryan. Now tell me again what you want me to do. Call Elliot and ask him to come visit me. Well, of course I can do that, but... All right, fine. About 6 p.m.? Yes. Yes. Goodbye. Hope that man knows what he's doing. Come in.
Iris? It's Rena, honey. May I come in?
Rena, come in, please.
Well, I wasn't sure.
Oh, Rena.
Well, I know. You know, we've had words about Justin and all, and... Oh, honey, when I heard you were in the hospital, I just had to come by to tell you how concerned I was for you.
Rena, such a good friend. And I owe you an apology.
Oh.
No, I mean it with all my heart. I was so wrong about Justin.
You really mean that, honey?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear you say that. We're friends again then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Because you owe me a favor and I aim to collect.
I owe you a favor?
Oh, yes, you do. Now, I was your matron of honor at your wedding, even though
It's all right, Rena. Now, you were my matron of honor.
Yeah, and I want you to be mine. I'm getting married on Monday. Can you come?
You're getting married to Justin?
Now, why would I want to marry a crazy hothead like Justin Marshall? Honey, I'm marrying somebody 10 times better. I'm marrying Maximilian.
Maximilian? Decker? Oh.
Late hours place, you know? It's near Maggie's. As a matter of fact, it got me a job there. It's called the Chicken Coop. And, well, let me tell you, that place really starts jumping after midnight, you know? Got a nice country band and all. And I can fix it up so you can sing a couple numbers with them if you like. Make it a real coming out party. What do you say?
Look, we're not interested, okay?
Is that talking to you? What do you say, Elena? I tell you, the band is really good, but they need a voice like yours up front.
Oh, Jeb, let's go.
I said forget it.
I thought this was my night.
Elena, I don't want you going to this place and getting up on stage and pretending like you're a singer, because you're not ready yet.
This ain't the Metropolitan Opera, buddy.
Look, why don't you just butt out? Why don't you do your job and get us a few drinks
Listen,
here, all right?
You're in my place now. I'm the one who tells people either to butt out or get out. You got nothing to say at the top of the world, do you hear me?
Last time you had a lucky punch.
Now, come on, don't go spoiling my birthday. Sit down.
I'm not. This banana is.
Hey, all I'm doing is offering the lady a little opportunity here. She can take her to leave.
Well, she's leaving it.
I speak for myself, Jeb.
Elena, you're not ready, all right?
Not ready? You're crazy, man. You know that? I heard this girl sing before. She could sing 6 months ago.
I'd really like to sing tonight.
You can sing tonight or as many nights as you want. I can get you a steady gig if you want.
No.
What's the matter, buddy? Afraid you might lose control over this girl or something, huh? Now, why do you want to go sabotaging your career for, huh?
You can really get me a regular paying job.
Sure can. Good pay, too. I'll tell you something. All you got to do is sing, please the people, please the crowd. I'll make you a star. You don't need this clown.
Regular singing job? Would you stop that? Give me this.
What?
Picking at the cake.
I always pick at cakes when I think.
Well, I'll cut it for you.
I was thinking about you.
You were? And what were you thinking about?
I'm just wondering what Max is going to do when he finds out.
You can serve yourself.
All right. I will do that. It's good.
Well, you better not get used to it because it's not going to be around.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe I might want another piece. Now, that's not very nice to do.
Well, it wasn't very nice of you to bring up Max either. I mean, I've already told you I don't care what he says anymore. I'm tired of him telling me what I can do and what I can't do and laying all these little guilt trips on me whenever I do something. And you have to keep bringing him up.
It's because I understand.
No, I think it's because you don't understand, Jeb. Just thought you understood.
Yeah.
But you don't, do you?
Maybe.
No, you don't. I mean, if you did, you wouldn't keep on bringing up what Max is going to think.
Elaine, it's just that I thought that we had this deal.
Yeah, we
understand?
had a deal, Jeb, and the deal was that I stay on the ranch and I practice my music with you until I turn 18. But I'm 18 now, remember? Or did you forget about last night?
No, I remember. But I just thought you said something about maybe you'd stick around if you and I were closer.
I said if we were lovers. Now, what are you saying, Jeb? Are you saying that you'll be my lover?
That's it, Mrs. Marshall. After you get dressed, just make yourself comfortable. Dr. Walker will be back in a few minutes.
Fine, thanks, Maria.
Sorry, I should have given this to you when we landed.
You know, I wonder.
Yeah, what do you wonder?
I wonder how long it would take people to find us on this island.
Would we want them to?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's been a long, long journey to get here, hasn't it?
Just across the room.
from the moment I saw you, you were riding at that horse show, right? I saw you and I knew that I wanted you. I wanted you more than anything else in the whole world.
Oh, I remember the first time I saw you, too, when you flew over the place. I looked up from riding, and there you were, hovering in the sky.
You look so beautiful. They're waving at me. What were you on, Lady Grey?
Oh, I wasn't just waving, Ride.
Oh, yeah?
I wanted to hitch a ride.
Where?
This beautiful island that I've been dreaming about for such a long time.
I'm sorry it took so long to take you to that island. So, you have any reservations now?
No.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too convincing. Come on, what is it?
It's nothing. I don't want to talk about it. I'm too happy right now.
Well, I'm happy too. Come on, what is it?
Oh, it's just this tiny fear that maybe you'll leave me alone. Call of duty. Go somewhere to help someone and I'll be alone. On a deserted island.
Ginny, look at me. That's not gonna happen. What do you think, I'm crazy? Leave our little island? No, our island is gonna be inhabited for the rest of our lives.
Well, Ginny, your suspicions were correct.